Good morning. Let's play some more Bipap Battles. We're on 69 Diamond. Nice. Jump straight into it. I'm going back a given again with the adventure, so we spend a lot of gold when we enter the shop after the first round. Let's get the book. Let's get the bow. I kind of feel like we can also grab the sword, although we will run into stamina issues. Yeah, let's grab the sword as well. May as well make a whetstone. Or get a whetstone, make the hero sword. I would like the shell. We can do this better for stamina reasons. Can we do this better? Yeah. So now we've got 3 things in there, so we're getting 0.1 stamina every time they all activate. Alright, send it. Could have also bought the fire, to be fair. Maybe that should be what we did. I don't know. 1 hero sword, a shield. Shield cancels out our hero sword. Berserker Rage also cancels out our stuff. But the bow should carry us. There we go. What was the damage like here? Robo didn't do a lot of damage, even though they had a shield. Fantastic first turn of items. We have a 1% chance to get an epic, and we got an epic. We want that as well. You start with 2 luck, 3 luck, 4, 5, and then this after 6 seconds this is just going to pump rejuvenation. So we kind of want all that. We've also got a carrot, which means we're going to have a 55% chance to gain an empower. Is this where we get rid of the bow? Possibly. We don't need the sword. We can sell the sword straight away. Okay. You want to touch the weapon. I think we scale the hero sword because it fires every 1.4 seconds. And the bow fires every 1.7 seconds. I think that makes sense. We don't need the book in right now because we have no mana. We do want the carrot in. I think like that works. I would like to get the look in. I would also like to get this look in. We'll put the 1 look in, and I think we put the fire in, and we hold on to both of our books and cards. I'd like to buy the shell. I'd like bag space. I think we're going to buy the shell for Shelly, and we're going to send it. Okay. They've got a pan with 5 food, 2 bananas for the healing, and lots of garlic. We should lose this immediately. Yeah, we don't scale anywhere near as quick as they do. We didn't gain rejuvenation either. This was about to fire, I think. Possibly not. Oh, it fired twice. 4.76 seconds, that's not too bad. We're kind of close to gaining some rejuvenation, we're just not close enough. Okay, we don't need this. So we could sell it for 3, or we could bang it in and lock it. We could also just bang it in and have loads of random gold. Loads of items consumed, because this basically consumes everything it touches. And it creates different items based on the combined value. So we could double up on the randomness. We sell the dagger, we don't need it. Then we sell that, we don't need it. We don't need Piggy Pinata. Although it would give items 5% critical hit chance. Again, I don't think we need it. Investment opportunity is nice, but I think level up is the play here, so we're going to take level up. I would like to hold on to everything here, but I think we sell the boots and we sell the topaz. And that's going to get us some bag space, although we do already have some bag space now. What consumes things? Nothing is consuming buff, so right now this is fine as it is. You consume mana, so eventually you will want to be in this bag. We could also put you like here instead and put that like that. You start the game off with 2 luck, we may as well do that, and then we've got a level up to go there. We can, no, we can't switch those 2 around. The only thing we'll be able to do here is move the bow down 1. Like so. And then put level up in here for the stamina. Is that what we want to be doing? We still don't need the book right now. So we can absolutely do that. Put you back in there. You're a light item. You don't touch anything. We also have another flawed topaz. I didn't see that. We probably would have sold the flame if I'd seen the other topaz. We're going to put that in the weapon, and I guess we started for fire as well. I don't think we want a burning sword, though. I think that's probably a better play. And then I guess we hold on to 3 gold, we reserve the leather bag, and we still want this in the backpack for when we get mana. We could also go poison. I do like that as a weapon. We could sell the fire, we could sell the luck, or even the shout and the book, and buy the poison to turn this into Belladonna's Shade. I do like Belladonna's Shade, I think it's a very good item. What's the stamina usage on it? 0.4. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to sell you, we're going to sell the fire. And then we need 1 gold. We could also sell the gemstone. I mean, we're going to have to take 1 item out, and I think that's going to be the luck. I would like all the food to touch, so it's all hitting 2, so I guess we do that. We are going to sell the luck. We're going to grab you and going to make the Belladonna's Shade. Send it. Okay. I'm copying this fight. Can we get a big hit in? No, we can't get a big hit in. We're not doing so good this early on so far. Okay. Now you're going to switch to the hero sword. You can now just live there instead. We have an extra bag space, which is nice because then you can move across. We also have a goob. I would like... Oh, we can do this instead, right? Oh. Like that, I guess? Rejuvenation. Oh, now we've got some mana gain. That's hilarious. And we've got a scroll as well. You can touch Shelly. Okay. We still don't consume any buffs, right? No, we still don't consume anything. You can just live up there instead now. You can probably go here, so Shelly's touching you. You can probably go there with blueberries at the bottom. I would like food to be touching more food. Oh. We still roll playing cards, even though this is in the bag. This doesn't actually have to be in the backpack to roll playing cards, apparently. Or did we have this in the bag and I've rolled and I've taken it out? I can't actually remember. Maybe we had that in the bag, actually. Okay. I mean, these 2 playing cards could be nice. Gaining 2 luck and 3 spikes. We've got a goob, healing off the bow and the sword. We're now ramping the bow's damage. This isn't hitting the bow, but I think that's okay. 1.4 and 1.7 to activate is way better than using anything else. You're no longer hitting Shelly if we do this. So we could... How are we doing this? We could even move you up 1 and switch the lamp around with the goob. Nope, we can't do that. That's better like that. I think we just ignore the heal off Shelly and instead we do that instead. And then we can put blueberries like that and you like that, so everything is touching 2 foods. Playing cards, I don't think we want the playing cards anymore, so we're going to sell it. We've reserved the wand, because I think these wands are insane, and we've still reserved the bag slot. We don't need Forging Hammer. As good as Forging Hammer is, deals +1 damage per Empower, and the carrot is going to be giving us Empower when we hit 4 luck. 55% chance. If they have spikes, this kills us. So I think we sit pretty at what we've got and we send it. Shovel, spikes, spikes, heal. And they've got the things trigger faster. So the banana's triggering much faster. The shovel's triggering faster, so is the garlic. But the amount of debuffs and poison wins us the game. I would like another one of these. I'd like 3 or 4 of these, to be fair, if we can get really lucky with it. That's insane. We've now got an 8% chance to inflict a poison. Not to mention this has a 70% chance to inflict 2 poison and a random debuff on hit. We also have the green, so we could change this and make Lanternberry. Use 1 mana to cleanse 3 debuffs. If you have no debuffs, you gain a rejuvenation and a luck, which for the adventurer does scale really nicely with broccoli, so we could change that scroll. At the moment, every 2.4 seconds it's cleansing a debuff, and if we have no debuffs, we heal for 8. That is our main heal at the moment. We don't need the frog, so we're going to sell you for 3. We don't need the rock, and we don't need the coal. That allows us to buy bag space. It allows us to buy... I think we buy the bag space and we turn them into something pretty. I don't think we're having stamina issues right now. No, we shouldn't be unless they have a shield. So we could actually move this down, and you across. Like that instead, actually. Oh, you can touch both the weapons. What do you do? Oh, it uses a mana to regenerate 1 stamina. It doesn't need to do that. It doesn't need to activate anything. We don't need the stamina, as I say, unless they run into we run into a heavy shield build, and I don't think that's going to be happening, so that's fine. Not to mention we do have Goobling as well, so he is our healing. What can we turn you into? We can turn you into the Falcon Blade eventually, which I think we probably will be doing. So we want Gloves of Haste. I was just looking at that whetstone. Don't think we need a Hero Longsword. I think we reserve more bag space, we keep the wand reserved, and we send it. We've already got a Hungry Blade. Lots of food with the Amulet of Feasting, so these are all going to trigger very fast. That Amulet of Feasting is really nice. We're doing alright though, the goop's ticking us over. We also had no debuffs, so the scroll was healing us for 8, I believe. Can we see on the heal? Yeah. The Blessing Scroll seemed to heal us for loads. 32, 20, Rejuvenation healed us for 10, and then obviously the Shell healed us for 8. So combining these two isn't probably the play this early on, but it's what we're doing. We've also gained a Puzzle Bag of Endurance. Nothing has an increased thingy-majiggy, I'm pretty certain. We'll just click through everything just to make sure. You can now move up 1. Shell can now go there, I guess. And you want to hit the shelf like that. No, nothing needs to go in this bag currently. We have another goob as well. So now we can double up the goobs and we can put you down there. We've gained a Badger Rune on hit. It triggers 3% faster. That's probably going to be really good in the bow, so we're going to actually do that. We have some Debuff Cleanse, which I think we just dump anywhere. Base Stamina Regen plus 12% is better than nothing. And then we gain some Frost as well. We can probably sell all 3 of the gems for 3 gold. That could get us a Chili, which is nice. Unless we also sell Shelly. We could sell all 3 gems and shell, and the shell, sorry, it's not Shelly yet. And we can buy a wand, or we can buy more bag space. We could also possibly lock this and get double Lanternberry. Or better yet, a Death Lotus. I think we lock that as well. I don't think we care about the chili. I don't think we care too much about food. I think I'm leaning too heavily towards food, and I think this is fine. This is every 2 seconds we cleanse a debuff. We have blueberries, so we are gaining a little bit of mana. These probably want to be changed around a little bit. Like this. And I would like to switch you two around as well. So this is in the bag, this is in the bag. These 2 are common items, so it still means we have 3 items in here, triggering, giving us more stamina. Send it. Have some more coffee. Oh, they've got a goob. We're about to get a goob as well. I don't know if we actually want a goob. I think we probably will get a goob, and we'll make the Hero Sword goob. Steel goob. I think that's going to be the play here. Oh, we've also got a cheese goob. That's insane. We don't need the fires, although we could now turn this sword into a burning sword, which is 1.6 seconds as opposed to 1.4, so it's slightly slower, but it does give us a 60% chance on hit to gain a heat. No, we don't want to do that because we're going to make a steel goob. I've just said that. What am I thinking? So here, we want the cheese goob to be the main source of everything. So I think we do that. We put cheese goober in. I could probably sort this out a little bit better, to be fair. This is every 3.4 seconds. You're every 2 seconds. You're probably very, very late. So we would want the carrot down here. I think we also want the blueberries every 2.5. Ooh, that's actually kind of good as an activator. We need to sort out bags so things are in the correct bag slot. So we are going to quickly reorganize our bags. I mean, I guess at this point in time, we probably also don't really need the extra stamina, seeing as we're only using 0.9 stamina. So the broccoli's probably better up here, so all the food's touching 2. We don't have the garlic in, but that's okay. We don't need that gemstone in, and I definitely don't think we need this gemstone in as well. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Although this is probably better here, although it's a very slow activator, but it's probably better than 2 fires. And we can probably sell both the fires and get the wand. I think that's probably going to be the play. Like so. You're 2.5, you are 2.7, you are 1.4. Oh, and then we want to spin the bow around like this, don't we? So the bow's hitting both. Yeah, that's a much better activator like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, let's send it. This gives us 22 max health and 2 random debuffs. Sorry, 2 random buffs. So we should be scaling pretty heavy with both of these goobs right now. We do want a way to strip their buffs, however. So I would like to get a Death Lotus at some point. But as you can see, we are kind of doing alright. We're gaining a bunch of max health. We're keeping ourselves kind of topped up. We're inflicting a bunch of poison, and the buffs are crazy. Subclass unlocked. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a subclass going on here. This is now where we need to change things up a little bit. I don't know if we want this weapon to scale with damage, or if we want it as an activator. We also have a fancy fencing rapier, 0.6 stamina. We could get this in. We could absolutely do a little something like that and put you here. So you're just going to ramp damage. This would mean that we'd need to get loads more luck, so we probably should have got a broccoli goob. What did we lose here? We lost a sword. So now 3.3, 3.5. I think the food on this side is still good. I don't know why you don't count as a food. You're a cheese goober, for crying out loud. We sell... Ooh, but this is kind of good now as well. Because this uses 1 rejuvenation to gain 1 luck and 2 spikes. And you are going to consume lots and lots of luck. You can probably go there, because you are the fastest of all these. Although this is 20% faster because it's touching 2 foods. It might be better. It might be better to put blueberries here. Broccoli like that, and then... Oh no, we've got a singular activator here. Like that instead for now. Although now we can get the garlic in as well, like this, so everything's touching 2 foods. This is all 20% faster. Blueberries on the goober makes sense, is 3.5 as opposed to 4 or 6. 2.7 hitting both makes sense. The bow hitting both makes sense. So that's activating 2 of the steel goober. Cheese goober's looking pretty strong. We can put you up here as well, so you have a 25% chance to refund the buff you're using. You're using mana, which we're gaining from blueberries. You're using rejuvenation, which we are gaining from broccoli. Not to mention, this is also giving us mana, and it's also giving us luck and rejuvenation. I think that's fine. The fancy fencing rapier can now have a 8% chance to inflict a poison. I do like the burning coals, and I do like the debuff cleanse. Every 2.5 seconds, this is every... I think that's quicker. And we have no gold to buy a subclass. which sucks. We could sell the fancy fencing rapier and maybe get shielded, but I actually think we just go and we don't get a subclass. I do find myself doing this quite often with this particular bag, because it spends all our gold and we get into a really good position like this where we don't want to sell anything, and then suddenly we find ourselves kind of stuck. You should just be ramping damage. Yeah, okay. I mean, it obviously gained a bunch of damage because it was consuming 3 luck. We sat pretty fine on 5, we had no blind, and this still had an 85% accuracy. So even if this swings and it misses, we are still gaining more luck, which is beneficial. Okay. Oh my god, we've got Cubert. Could we use Cubert as an activator? I don't think we do. I kind of feel like we could use this as an activator, where the carrot is. And then there's going to be 6 different things that are going to be proccing this. And every time all 6 use... well, let me start again. It'll have a 65% chance times 6, because we'd use the top 2 diamonds, the bottom 2 diamonds, and the right side stars to just trigger, which means this could be triggering like 6 times, which would then basically activate both of these every time everything around Cubert activate. We don't need the fire, we don't need the lifesteal gem. This is insane to get on round 9. 80% chance to inflict 4 poison. Insane. I actually don't think this needs to attack faster anymore. I think instead we can have an 80% chance to inflict 1 more poison. So we are just ramping poison. In fact, it's probably better like that, because this is going to have permanent accuracy. Or is it better to put the lamp on the fancy fencing rapier now? Probably not, because we're not gaining 3 luck every 1.4 seconds, which means we will run into luck issues. I don't know if this weapon's even that good at this point. But we would like a weapon to actually benefit the steel goob. So I think this, minus 10% stamina in the bag, might be good. But I think we're actually going to sell that room for 2. I don't think we need it. We need 8 gold to get you, and I don't think we have 8 gold to buy you. Not to mention, if we did buy it, yes, we could absolutely spin everything around 1. Or sorry, basically take off this top row. We'd then need to move around things, like put this bag here for decubert. I'm just trying to work out how we would do this. Because ideally, I can't click it to show, but ideally I'd like to put it here. That would be the play. And then obviously if we put it here, every time these activate, 65% chance to gain a rejuvenation. When the top and bottom rows activate, we have a chance to gain Empower, which will just ramp our damage. But we are then consuming rejuvenation. I don't think we get Cubert. As much as I would like to get Cubert, I don't think we do. I don't think we want this anymore, but I'm going to keep it reserved, and I think we just get some bag space. And then we need to work out whether or not we want this. 1.4 seconds. At this point in time, we don't have the stamina usage, but I think a hammer would actually be better. Because a hammer would obviously go across these 3 slots and underneath, so it will be activating every 2 seconds. And it will be ramping its damage from this. But I'm going to say this is okay. I'm going to say that we're kind of fine as how we're sat. We're not looking too bad. We can also now move the garlic down 1, and the broccoli can come across. So now you're still touching 2, you're touching 3, which is going to trigger both of these faster, because we want this to be touching as much food as possible, so 1 there as well, ideally. You're in the wrong place, you should be there, so you're touching Shelly. We did the misplay. You're hitting the only thing you need to hit, you're hitting the only thing you need to hit. Yeah. Send it. We don't want cube anymore. Thought about it. And lots of chili, so lots of heat. Lots of heals. Lots more heals, and they got a Turbo Shelly. We are stripping our debuffs, which is nice. Thank you, Carrot. They are struggling to get rid of all their poison, which is also nice. 100% accuracy, and it's ramping pretty hard. That is actually kind of a good weapon. I don't really think we've used this before. Jesus, it's given us another perfect gemstone. That's insane. We don't want the fire. This could be nice, because it's just an extra damage legendary, or godly, sorry. We've got a 15% chance to get a godly, that's funny. We could just sell that, you know. Let's have a look. This could be a nice activator. No, it's 3.5 seconds, but it would want to be touching at least one of the goobs, or both the goobs. It is also a weapon. So we could move this across, and put you here. That means that this is just going to ramp damage. It gains +2 damage for each pet it's touching. It's only touching one pet. And cannot be blocked by shields or trigger spikes. Every 3.5 seconds, it's just going to hit pretty hard, assuming that this steel goob is going to ramp. That's a pretty good. I'm kind of happy with that. We would like to get false life, seeing as we have a cheese goober, so I actually think we're going to be crazy and sell this topaz. Is 40% faster attack speed when we have, you know what I mean, we're kind of capped on our stamina usage. We're regenerating 1 stamina per second, and we're currently using 1 stamina per second, 0.6 and 0.4. If we were to put this in here, yes, it would ramp faster, but we would then run into stamina problems. So as crazy as it is, I'm going to sell this for 8, and we're going to buy False Life. False Life is going to ramp us max health, which I think is ideal and perfect. These are all good now, so I'm going to lock all of them. This gives 20%, oh sorry, items give them 20% maximum health. That's just all items, it has no stars for that, so that's just fine. So when this is giving us 22 max health, it's giving us 20% more. Overhealed, gain the overheal as maximum health. That's good because this is going to ramp us armor, which in theory means we're going to be on max armor and max health, and then this is just going to be overheal, or all the heals are going to be overheal. Are we healing right now? Shelly? And buffs, I guess? Through like rejuvenation and stuff? Okay. And it heals plus for 10 every 7 seconds, +4 for each dark item. It's the overhealing that we really care about with this item. I think it's nuts. I think it used to be 6 seconds or 6.5 seconds, and it's been increased to 7. I could be wrong though. And we don't have any dark items, so it's not going to heal for more, and we don't have any gloves or anything like that, so it doesn't attack any faster. But we will be gaining random buffs, so hopefully we'll be gaining some heat. I don't think we roll anything. I don't think we sell anything. I think we're fine as we are. Yep, I think we're fine as we are. We'll double check how quick level up is proccing, because if it's quicker than 2.5, we'll switch these two around. Let's send it. 2.87, 2.4. So yes, it's not as good just yet. They've got invulnerability, they've got a lot of healing, they've got a lot of debuff cleanse, they've got overheal and the cupcake staff. They didn't seem to have any buffs. Why didn't they have any buffs? I guess... What? What a weird build. They're using so much mana, and they don't really have a lot of... Well, they do. They've got an owl that's giving them mana. They've got both of these that are giving them mana. Not to mention they've got a wand. False Life Cupcake Staff. This should be giving 4 buffs of type... What? Am I blind? Don't know. I feel like I'm stripping their buffs. That was very weird to see. We're going to Katana. That's crazy. No. We sell the Katana. We sell the Squirrel. We don't need it. And then we gain one of these stupid bags, which are always a pain to fit in. We're just going to dump that there for a second. Or we could sell it for 3 and pay an extra 2 gold to get an extra stamina. Refund the amount of buffs they use. That would actually work really well for that weapon. So we could even, better yet, do that. Yeah. Now this may not consume all 3 of the luck because it's going to have a 20% chance to refund the luck it is using. What are we thinking? We could also oil lamp a fancy fencing rapier. I think that's what we're probably going to be doing right now. I think we're going to do that. So this is again going to scale even more damage. Every 3.4 seconds, the star weapon gains 1 damage and 5% accuracy. We have both of the weapons buffed. We could even get one more for the puppy. And not to mention, we do start the battle with heat. So we are going to start with an extra couple of heat. I would like this, so I think we're just going to buy it and put it there. That's fine. Would like the scroll, would like the potion. At the moment, burning coals, in my opinion, getting 2 burning coals is essentially the same as a divine potion. Give or take. We could also... Oh, we're not going to see the cauldron. That's a... I think that's a skill, isn't it? And that's the only way to get a strong divine potion. Gain 8 random buffs is the same thing. That's kind of nice. Let's send it. Don't think we need to move anything else around. This is the build we normally always die to, so we'll see how we get on. I think we do have some pretty good debuff cleanse, but maybe we don't when they're inflicting so many debuffs onto us. They're also only stripping 1 buff every 3.51 seconds, so that's pretty good. They do have a chance to... No, they don't have a chance to nullify our buff gain, so that's fine. We are outscaling with max health, but we will run into an issue where we have too much cold, and then they'll just clear us up. Yeah, this build always beats me. A very overpowered build. We don't need Mana Thirst, we don't need the fires, we haven't got anywhere to put you. Yes, we do. We can dump you there. We can now make a Death Lotus. If we had 10 gold, we need to sell 1 item. We're buying that, we're going to buy this, and we're going to combine them. I think here... we're probably going to sell the Burning Coal or the Shell. I think the Shell is honestly worse than the Burning Coal. We're going to buy this. What do? I'm triggered 10% faster, and we inflict 1 blind to myself. This probably wants to live up here somewhere. I actually don't care where we put this. But you are a dark item, so you want to go there, and that way it triggers faster. I don't care about this triggering faster, so better yet, we can put that there, and then we can put this thing here. Now we're making a Death Lotus, and we send it. Okay. Oh, they've got the Impractically Large Greatsword with scales, and they've also got a Dragon Knight, but it doesn't have a lot of activators. They've also got an Artifact Stone Death. I think we lose to this immediately, yep. Crazy. What strong items. And they've bought it all themselves because they've got the sewing case. 1.42 seconds. 3.13 for... They're kind of bad. Kind of bad. We lost because I've just got this. That's the only reason why we lost this. In my opinion. They were hitting us so hard with this thing. And they had 3 blind, but 4 luck, so it cancelled it out, so it had 95% accuracy. But overall, this isn't placed very well at all. I mean, this is a 1.56 second cooldown, so this should ideally be here, up here. with the bag of stones on the side for the 2 activators. And then they could have also put these 2 items there as well. This isn't even hitting the weapon as well. We got smashed by, in my opinion, not a very good bag setup. So that's kind of embarrassing, lol. Critwood staff we don't need. We don't need the stone. And I don't think we need this little gem, so we're going to get rid of you. You are, every 3.5 seconds, we gain 3 mana and we remove 3 buffs from our opponent. We use 1 luck to regenerate 1 stamina. The using of the luck to regenerate a stamina isn't great. I'm not going to lie. But that's kind of okay, and you should live up here, I think. You should live right there. You should live there. We don't need this to trigger faster, to be fair. And we probably don't even need this, to be completely honest. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually think we need this at all. It does mean we maintain our luck. Oh, maybe we do need that, you know, I'm gonna put you there, that's fine. Bag slot, shield, potion, the potion will be nice. The crit chance will be nice here. We could switch out the wand, that makes sense, so when it does use stuff, we can put you right here. So that means this is just going to gain an absurd amount of crit chance. Assuming that we have a lot of luck, because we don't really, so it's going to have like a 25 base crit chance, I think. We're going to unreserve this. No, we're going to keep reserve and roll just the 1 time. Can we do anything with twine? Oh, we could make scissor swords. Use 3 rejuvenation, inflict 10 blind to both players for 5 seconds. On miss, we gain 5 luck, and on hit, we use 3 luck to gain 3 damage and a rejuvenation. Plus 1 damage per. That might actually be good, you know. And I guess we do that. So if we've already rolled past the lightsaber. We've definitely rolled past it at least once. Had I realised, that's fine. I think we send it. I think we're looking pretty good here. Ooh, double mana thirst. Oh, frostbite. Sorry. With wow, Jesus, what was that? 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Good lord. They had so much vampirism. These potions didn't even activate. 50% crit damage, they remove 15 armor on hit. We just got destroyed by weapons that don't even hit that hard. Oh, but they do have crit chance. So they start with 100% crit chance. And they trigger pretty fast. 1.55, 1.31. Yeah, we just got demolished before anything could even trigger. Right, we've got 1 health left. Uh-oh. I don't think we need the magic staff. What do you turn into? Ooh, Staff of Unhealing. I really want to make a build of Staff of Unhealings. Where we have no weapons. And we just have a crazy amount of healing. We don't really have a lot of healing right now, so we don't need that right now. We've only got 1 life as well. We don't need either of them. We did just get absolutely demolished. We don't need them. After 4 seconds, gain 2 rejuvenation. I mean, we don't really need either of these either. I'm going to sell them both. We're going to unreserve the potion. We're going to roll into something really good. Amazing. We got nothing of value. Oh, we did. We got the lightsaber. What am I even doing? I didn't even see that. That's hilarious. Okay. So I think Acorn's going to live there, Lamp's going to live there, Buffer's going to go up, and we're going to grab you and put you here. Oh, that's annoying. Scissor Swords are going to live there for a second, you're going to live there, and you're going to live there. If we lose this, that's going to suck. How much stamina does Scissor Swords use? 0.7, so we are going to now have a stamina issue. That's hilarious. So we probably want to grab a banana at some point. We're going to grab you in just so we have you next turn if we survive. This will probably be a loss for us. We could have put the coal in the weapon, but I think that's alright as it is. That's fine. Go, go, go! Lots of Shelly, lots of heat, lots of debuff cleanse. They've got Tim to steal our buffs, and they've got a couple of good weapons, including the obsidian. Yeah, we've lost this. Damn it! So we didn't quite win. We've probably lost ranking, and we didn't manage to make scissor swords. That was probably a misplay at the end. We lost 2 ranking. That's alright as a warm game. That's fine. I'm alright with that as a warm game. Let's jump into another one. An early carrot's probably really good. A broom would also be really good. Is this where we can try and make unhealing staff? We're going to grab the carrot. We're going to grab the rejuvenation because it's free. Well, it's free if we sell it. We have no mana gen right now, so I don't think we need that. We do absolutely need a mana orb to make the magic staff, so we also want mana gain. Is this a stupid idea? Going piggy bank? We could now sell the rejuvenation for 2 and buy the bag and the banana. Because we are going to need bag space. Whoops, I haven't sold the rejuvenation. Can we make that hit everything instead? Can we bring you across one, bring you across one, bring you up one? Have it like that and like that maybe? Or better yet like this, so everything's touching 2. Send it. Weird, but yeah, we'll send it. Okay, we've got no bags. They've done something weird. I'm just gonna have some coffee as we slowly beat these, lol. Easy enough. I would kind of like to put that there and this like so and get the armor in. We don't need the rat, and we got some blind. We'll dump the blind in as well, and I think that's fine to send as is. Yep. Could have migrated over to an axe there. You're going to start with 6 heat. You've also gone pan. You're going to get more heat. Double heal, double armor. Our armor should hopefully give us enough time to ramp. That's what I'm hoping anyway. We are gaining a little tiny bit of power off the carrot. We've given them 6 blind, which means they've got a 55% accuracy, and I'm pretty sure they didn't miss a single hit. Fool. Okay, we got Mana Mastery, which will be perfect for us. We've got a health part, which will be nice for Shelly. We've got Bag of Stones, which could be Sir Sand early on in the game. I don't think we need Sir Sand this early. We've got you in the armor for mana gen. A Burning Torch 0.7. The broom's going to be outscaled very, very shortly. We don't really want the broom anymore, other than to try and make some crazy build going on. We sell the torch, we sell the singular debuff bag space. We don't need it, but we'll hold on to it. We've got a potion and we've got rope. Rope really wants to activate the broom as fast as possible. The carrot doesn't heal us, it's the chili that heals. So I think we could bring the broom down one. Put the carrot there, banana there. Oh. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I'd really like the carrot to hit 2 things, or 3 things, sorry. You're just going to have to live like that, because I can't be bothered. And then we've gained a thingy-majiggy. I'm kind of leaning towards Mana Mastery. Uniquely Unique's pretty good as well. We don't really have any Uniques right now, but I think this might be more fun. So we're going to do that to make the broom go quicker. Sand can go in there so it duplicates its debuffs. And as crazy as it is, I think we send it like this. Yes, we send it exactly like this. Okay. I believe we win this. As long as this actually misses at least once. Jesus Christ, it's hit us every single time again. Our potion won that. They potioned way before we did, that's fine. Okay. Villain Sword. Villain Sword would go really hard if we had loads of really crap weapons. Or loads of daggers. It would also technically be faster and a unique, so it could go right there in front of it. A 7. Food triggers faster. Right now we've got a bunch of food, so that kind of makes sense instead of the blind. We could get rid of the broom because it's a 4 slot. Are we pivoting away from our current idea? It would also not deal any more damage because we'd get rid of the broom, but bag space is bag space. We do that. We can sell the sand for 1. I would like to keep this scroll for 3. We have another broccoli as well. We need to make 4 gold. I guess we sell the potion and the rope, maybe? Potion and rope would go really hard on the villain sword. You'd have to go there. Carrot would have to spin around. Broccoli would go there. You would go there, and broccoli would go here. And then that can just live up there. We're 2 gold shy. What do we do? We could also put this like here. And instead make it trigger this faster. So this will be 50% faster. For that crazy healing. I'm actually going to sell... Oh no, I think we sell the armor. Yeah, we sell the armor. We sell the armor. You can now go in there, which means we're going to get some mana, inflict some frost, and ignore their armor if possible. Oh, it's not... Sorry. It has a 40% chance to ignore their armor, gain 1 mana, and inflict 1 frost is what it does. For some reason I thought that was in a armor piece, I don't know why. We also need to move some things around here as well, so I think we're going to spin you around and do that. That. And where does this need to go again? Star item activates. So this wants to probably go like there. Which isn't the best thing in the world. Oh wait, no, it wants to be on the scroll, that's right, like that. So every time... Oh wait, no it doesn't. We've switched these 2 around somehow. Like that, right? So now every time this activates 1.3 seconds, this is going to go 50% faster. That's how we wanted that. Okay, and then this can move down one so it hits all food. Carrot can go there, broccoli can go there. Can we do that and put the thing here instead, maybe? Or better yet, like that. You're touching 3, you're touching 2, you're touching 4, 2 and 3. I think that's okay. And I would like the chili as well, but I think this is probably going to be... Well, this is actually a crap gem. I think we sell that and grab a chili, actually. That's a better play. And we've also got blueberries, which would be nice. I don't know why we're always going for food. It just is what it is. Which now probably means you want to go down instead. like so. You probably want to move across one, and then we put the chili right here at the bottom. Yeah. I think that's better. Send it. Alright, we got a villain sword. We'll see how well this works. They're going to be stripping our buffs, so that's perfect. Ideally, we need loads of daggers surrounding this weapon. That's what we'll try and go for. I mean, we need it to ramp damage somehow as well. Although it seems to be ramp... Oh, because we got Empower. Yeah, my bad. Okay, we do lose to Spike Shields, though, I'm pretty sure. We don't need the spear. 0.4 is not bad. It's not the worst thing in the world. And then we've gained a worse gemstone, so we're going to sell that gemstone. We could buy that and just let it consume itself, but I think it just gives us the value of the item itself, so it's just going to give us 3 golds worth of value. But I don't think we want that. Blueberries wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, so I think we're probably going to grab some blueberries. All food is triggering faster, ideally. We don't need a garlic, we don't need any of that, so we're going to roll past it all. Max health would be nice, that would be nice, and so would that. We now need to somehow... Easy enough. Oh, melee weapons. Didn't realise. Alright, so we're going to hold you in the bag for like a moment or two. Just for that extra bit of damage, extra luck gain, which means these are going to ramp rejuvenation instead. You're hitting all food, that's fine. I think we send it like that. A carrot on offer would be nice as well. Yep. I don't know where this build's going right now. They're about to get Thornbloom. They're also going to be scaling max health. That scroll is healing pretty fast. Every 1.5 seconds we're healing for 8. Every 1.45 seconds this is basically hitting us for 8. Well, give or take, on average. I mean, they've got 2 weapons, but we still smash that, so that's fine. We've been given a Death Lotus, that's hilarious. We've also been given a Stone Badge, that's also kind of hilarious. We don't need the Tusk, we don't need this gemstone. Although this attacking faster would also be kind of nice, but I think we get rid of that. Death Lotus is a magic spell, it only hits dark things such as the Villain Sword. We have nowhere to put you unless we buy bag space, I guess? Oh, just there hits all food, that's fine. You want to hit the Villain Sword though. This is gain 3 mana, remove 3 buffs from our opponent, and we use a luck to regenerate 1 stamina. The regeneration of stamina doesn't really matter right now, but it will when we buy loads of melee weapons for the Villain Sword. We'd have to lose the banana and put you in. Oh, it has to go there. We may have to reorganize bag slots. Let's do that really, really fast. So... Villain Sword and Death Lotus next to each other makes sense. Uniquely unique going there also makes sense. We're going to have to put this here for the rope, right? We don't need that much bag space on that side. We do need the one sticking out, however. And does anything need to be in that bag? It doesn't, does it? No, we have no debuffs right now. If we dump all the food on that side as well, that might be beneficial. You can probably live up here somewhere. Chili, carrot, garlic, banana. We'd lose too much bag space. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's put you here instead. Let's put this on the top instead. And then we've got an extra 4 slot, which we'll figure out. We're just going to dump it there for a second. The rope could go here. With the villain sword here. Death Lotus here. Uniquely unique here. We'll sort. Oh, we got the fanny pack there, though, haven't we? We're doing exactly what we just did. Possibly exactly what we just did. Lol. That can go there with the banana here. Bow can go on the side. That is perfect because that's still hitting the banana. We can get a broccoli there, which is fine, into a carrot, chili, broccoli, blueberry combo. 4 foods, 4 foods, 3 foods, 3 foods, 2 foods, 2 foods. That's kind of okay. Garlic's alright, I guess. We can't put you in anywhere. Don't think we need to put you in anywhere. I wonder if this is where we just keep selling stuff and rolling. So we get loads of crap weapons. So this just pumps plus damage. Don't think we reserve the carrot. I would like the max health, but I don't think we care at this point. The buffs are nice, but and the stone badge is kind of nice. Every 3 seconds gain 4 armor. It's kind of dog. Actually, it's not good. It's not good. Keep that, send it. Okay. Oh, we've done that wrong. Because you need to be there, and you need to be there. Oh, we saw that late. You're touching the villain sword. Villain sword's doing what it needs to do. That activates. It's going to make that trigger 50% faster. Food's hitting everything. You're hitting the villain sword. And that's now looking good. Send it. Okay, that was almost a close one. Another false lifer. We might not have the damage for this. You have run into stamina issues. We are starting to ramp our buffs. They have no buffs, which is nice to see. Smashed them. Okay, it was very hit or miss there for a second. If they had a bit more DPS, we probably would have lost. Puzzle badge. Hungry Blade. 0.6. That's probably going to be better than Fortuna's Hope. I think we sell that. Chili is the only thing that's healing us right now, so we do that. It means the blueberries don't trigger as fast. We put the Hungry Blade in here. So now this has lost some damage, but this has gained 4 damage. 0.6, 0.2. We're still under the stamina threshold that we need. You should probably go in there to strip buffs. No, because you're stripping 3 buffs. So you're going to go in there for heat generation, and you're going to go up there for debuff cleanse. We've also gained a buffer. We could sell this and buy the puzzle badge. We do have debuff cleanse hitting 4 foods. We sell this. If we put the puzzle badge in, it would have to go here, which isn't very good. I wanted to touch the villain. Oh, it wouldn't go there either, because, yeah. We would have to do something like that. which is probably better because then this hits all food except the garlic. And then Puzzle Badge would have to go here. We lose 2 slots because of the rope. And is a Puzzle Badge even that good? Items trigger 20% slower, and after 5 seconds, they trigger 50% faster instead. I don't know if that's worth doing or not. Also, this can probably switch up here. I want the carrot and the chili and both the broccolis touching as much food as possible. And I don't care about the garlic, if I'm being completely honest. I guess for now, we're not going to really be able to do that. Unless we did that. Not sure. Not sure. I guess for now, we're just going to have to do as we're doing. How did we do this before? Like that? Chili wants to hit more food than the broccoli, but then, as I say, I think the broccoli ramping is kind of important, so this should all be fine. Plus, this is using rejuvenation to gain vampirism. I don't think we want the puzzle badge, so instead we're going to buy a buff stick and put it right there. We're going to send it. Okay. Okay. Stone armor early on, 3 buffers, gloves of haste on both of these, and okay, we may lose this. I don't know if it was beneficial getting the Hungering Blade, or Hunger Blade. Hungry Blade, yeah. I mean, we've won it, so that's fine. We'll see what the healing's like. Vampirism. Crazy. So yes, that was absolutely worth doing. Okay. We don't need the Flame Whip. We're selling that immediately. Another fanny pack would be good. But I don't know how we get you in. Like, to put you here. I think I do actually, I do see that. But before we do that, what are we buying? We could buy the fedora. Seeing as it is... Scales could also be really good for the Villain Sword. Stealing some of their buffs would be nice. Remove 3 buffs. This could remove 5 buffs basically every 3 seconds on average. I think, if anything, we're going to buy the fedora. We sell the gemstone, we sell the gemstone, we sell the gemstone. And then I think we are now actually going to sell the rope by the fedora. Don't need the pumpkin. We don't need this, we don't need any of this. I guess that's worth reserving to buy to see what it's like. And now, what needs to be touched by anything? Carrot and garlic need to be on the back. That hits everything but the garlic. So that's kind of fine. You're now gaining lots of luck. We're missing 1 star. 2 stars if you include the sword as well, but I think that's okay. And we don't have anywhere to put the buff stick. Fedora's in both the fanny packs, so I think that's fine. You're in a fanny pack, which again I think is fine. You're doing everything you need to do. Everything's touching everything it needs to touch, except this could be doing with touching the sword as well, just so it triggers a bit quicker. We're gaining lots of mana. This is going to then cap out on the 10 mana and start producing luck, which we need for the hat. These are obviously producing luck. We can actually do that better as well, can't we? So you're touching 2 foods still. You're now touching 2 as opposed to 1. You're touching 2, you're touching 4, 2, and 2. And we got that for next turn. We'll keep this reserved because I want to see what it is. And we've gained the Cap of Discomfort. Start of battle, reduce damage taken by 25% for 5 seconds. And opponent gains a buff. We have a 15% chance to nullify it. And our opponent's healing is reduced by 30%. Not to mention, this is going to be stealing buffs. And this is going to be removing their buffs. So all in all, we've got a pretty good setup with their buffs. We may have overkilled their buffs though. So we'll see. Excalibur with some mana. They're not going to have any mana for Excalibur to fire, so we should win this. Should win this. We didn't win. Okay, well that's cool. They didn't even need their mana gain. That's crazy, which just shows that our build sucks right now. Is Villain Sword the wrong play when we don't have loads of weapons? Probably. This will be beneficial for this build right now. We've gained a huge bag slot, which is perfect. But we're still not going to be able to hit that helmet, even if we put it here. We will, because we can just do that and that, can't we? But I am thinking of buying this and putting it below us. So, better yet, we're going to keep that exactly how it was. I think we do want to buy that. Heroic Potion, we don't need. I think we buy this and put you here. Oh, it's also a unique. Didn't realise. Should have really read that. Which now means this is hitting 2 swords, which means it's going to gain 8 damage. It doesn't scale very well, but it is what it is. And we gained a buff stick. I don't know if we need this. Every 3.8 seconds, we remove a spike from the opponent, and we gain 1 in power per spike removed. I think we probably sell that, and we buy an amulet instead. Chance-based effects are 15% more likely to trigger. That's only the carrot. Oh, we got this as well. Does that need to be in the bag now? Oh, it does. Ooh, it does. Well, that sucks. Unless we do that and that. You go there, you go there. Like that, I guess? Yeah. Send it, I guess. I'll have some coffee in this fight. Didn't think we'd win that. Not when they've got a Dragon Knight so early on. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, not to mention the cold. Lol. Ooh. I don't think we have the stamina for this. I don't think the Villain Sword's that good anymore, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna be better than the Villain Sword at this point, I think. Interesting. I wonder. I think here we're going to sell the Villain Sword. Yeah, we're going to sell the Villain Sword. As crazy as that is, I think we also sell the Forging Hammer because we don't need this anymore at all. I mean, it is free, I guess. I'd rather have a different unique. You can now go back up there. I think that was a misplay. We misplayed. No, the helmet has to go there now, doesn't it? Which means you have to go here. And then you can go up 1. Yeah. Although, again, as I say, I think this is a better weapon. I think we do that. I'd rather have the heat gain. As crazy as that might be, that's fine there. I guess we put the broccoli up here. I'd rather not have like that. Perfect. And we've got a coal, which means we're going to generate more heat. We don't really care about stoned. We don't really care about no rush, please. Fortuna's Hope might be okay. This is going to give us some luck. As long as we have 5 luck, we'll gain a random other buff instead. Every 4 seconds. Chance-based effects are 30% more likely to trigger. We don't really have a weapon that has that right now. The only thing it's going to work on is, once again, the carrot, the garlic, or the helmet. Which might be nice, I guess. I think that only changes the opponent's gains buff, 15% chance to nullify. I don't think it increases the reduction in damage, and I don't think it increases the opponent's healing reduced or reduction. So I think out of these, I'd rather do Unid'd, but for the sake of it, we're just going to buy that. Cthulhu, deal 10 damage, magic damage, with 100% lifesteal, and trigger a random food. So this means that food's going to trigger every 2.7 seconds. So this could fire twice every 2.7 seconds. If we had Cthulhu only touching the carrot. It's a giant item. I don't think we want it. I think we're going to roll past that. And we're going to roll. No, we're not going to roll anymore. I think we just send it as we are. Yeah. I would like to move you out. We don't care about the garlic so much. And then we can chili into a blueberry, into another broccoli. I mean, it makes the broccoli slightly worse, but then we have more luck to start the game off with. We could also do something else here as well, like we could switch this weapon around. Oh, what do you do? Oh, 6 gained heat. This and other weapons gain 1 damage. That would probably be better like that. Or maybe like that. And then we can move this across one like so and move this down one. So that's like that. We can move you up and we can put you there. So now everything's being hit to gain max luck, and the 3 items that need to be hit, the chance-based effects, have all been hit as well, and you can just live up there. Send it. Alright, we're looking alright, I think. Heat Build, Shelly, Mana Thirst, and Burning Blade. They're going to out-heat us, but we'll see how we get on. They don't attack as fast as us, because we have Uniquely Unique, so in actuality, we are gaining more heat than they are. Which means we're ramping more than they are. We've got Tim. I'll talk about Tim in a second. We've gained another one of these stupid bags. I guess you can just live there. We gained another chili pepper, which I think is very good. I think the chili could go where the broccoli is. And the broccoli can go there, buff stick can go there. We've got a singular bag slot, don't care where we're putting that, we'll do that in a minute. We can sell that, and we've got an acorn. So here the acorn's going to go there and you're moving up 1. You're still doing everything you need to, you're now hitting both the weapons. Tim is insanely good, but we're already stealing and cleansing 5 buffs. In the armor and other sockets, 25% chance to resist debuffs or critical hits. I don't know how that is worded, because surely that means and. Or it's going to be, on the start of a battle, it's either going to give us a 25% chance to resist debuffs for that battle, or it's not going to do that, and instead it's going to give us a 25% chance to resist critical hits. That's how that is worded. I don't understand the wording of that. It should be and, I think. If it is and, I don't know. Opponents drops below 30% health. We heal for 50, and we gain 5 in power. The reason why I'm unsure about this item, that's better, is because we have Uniquely Unique. Although this gives us +3 and this gives us +2 uniques. I was about to say, because we want as many uniques as possible, so this buffs, but I guess also customer cards work. We don't have the 10 gold to even buy Tim either. I think we reserve it, because even in the backpack, this is pretty good. In the weapon, it's not bad. In the backpack, it's not bad. In the armor and the other sockets, I don't get it. So we're going to reserve that for one turn, and then we're going to see what we get this turn and see if we can afford it. Everything else is looking pretty good, I'm pretty sure. Heavy pet build, heavy food build, and pets trigger twice. Or have a 20% chance to trigger twice. So we either get nuked down really quickly, which isn't the case. We get burst down randomly, or we just flat out win because of our heat. Oh, that's what we like to see. We've gained some more bag slots, which don't go anywhere. No. Guess we could do that and move the 4 slotters across. No, we can't because we've got a 3 slotter. We could put it here. Three slotter goes up there, 4 slotter goes up there. That's perfect. Broccoli went there. Buffer went there, I think. I don't think we want this weapon. Nope, we don't. We don't want a squirrel. We don't care about that. You're a stone, we don't have a bag of stones, plus you have a 4-second cooldown, which I think is terrible. We've still got Tim we could buy, and we've gained 5 mana at the start of the fight. We're not really consuming mana, and we are gaining quite a lot of mana. So I don't think we need this, I don't think we need this. We could get Tim, and honest to God, I'm thinking of putting it here in the backpack. I'm not gonna lie. You're stealing 2 buffs every 2.3 seconds. You're cleansing 3 buffs from them, or removing 3 buffs from them every 3.5 seconds. If we put this in a weapon, they may not even have a buff to steal. This is better in armor. I'm going to buy Tim and I'm going to put him in the helmet. And I'm hoping this means we have a 25% chance to resist debuffs and critical hits. Because the way that says or, it basically means it's random. It's going to do one or the other, and I don't know what that means. So let's pay attention to our buffs this time, in terms of down here. Critical hit resistance, so I guess this doesn't have a chance to resist debuffs. They're not putting any debuffs on us, so I don't know. We just won that. Our weapon was 0.9 seconds because we're obviously a heat build, and they had the time dilator, which means their weapons attack 30% slower. 1.2, 3.12 seconds on their stun. Not to mention, they're not doing anything with this. Oh, they've got uniquely unique on 3, 6, 8 things. Jesus. Smash them. Don't need the snow stick. We would like another carrot. Carrots are always nice. We can put you here so both the broccolis get a buff. And this is now in a very awkward place. Unless we move this bag out, but I don't know how we do that because the bag slots are so awkward. You're using 1 luck. You're using buffs. I don't think we need this bag space. Not to mention, we wouldn't have anywhere to put you. I mean, there would technically work, I guess. That would technically work. And then we can put you down here somewhere, although again, I hate this bag. We have nowhere else we can put this. Sell it for 3? We sell it for 3. Happy days. I would like the fanny pack here as well. You're not hitting anything. We've made a misplay there. Jesus. Okay. Still early morning, I guess. Use 1 mana to gain 1 rejuvenation heal for 12. That could be nice, but do we need to reorganize bags just to get that 1 bag slot out? I think we do. I think we have to do some crazy things now. Not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. Not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. Double carrot is probably going to hit harder than... Yep, that's fine like that. You can probably go up there. Chili can go there, you can go there, you can go there, I guess? Something like that? Oh, we've got the food buffer, haven't we? I forgot all about we've had this. Oh, I can't believe I've done this. Oh, and you need to be in the healing bag. No, that's fine, because you can go here, right? You don't have to touch anything. And then, what was the other healer we got? Oh, this thing we're going to buy. You can go... Oh, Christ. Christ almighty, unless we do... No, you're still going to have the same problem, right? Yep. Yep. We'll figure that out in a second. You can go there, you can go there, you can go here, you can go there. Chance-based effects are more likely to trigger, you can probably go there instead, Chili can go there. Carrot, carrot, yep, that's fine. What else can we do here? We don't need the chilies touching. Unless we do it sideways? Like that instead? Kind of. Now you're hitting 3 things on one side, which is good. We need to sort out this thing, however. I would like both the chilies to be getting hit for the heat gen. I guess there would be ideal. I mean, there would be ideal, but then we've just run into the same issue again. Unless we do that, put you here, you go up there, and then you go there instead. Like that. You're still hitting everything. You're now hitting a bunch of food. You're hitting all the food you need to except 1 carrot and 1 broccoli. I think that's okay. Okay, and then we've got this book to go here. Scroll's touching the book, that's touching that. You're touching all the uniques we've got. You don't touch Tim though, because Tim's in a weapony thing, that's fine. After 7 seconds we gain 1 type of every buff, that's all that does for us, it's crap. This probably wants to go in the weapon or an armor piece. What are you? Every 0.6, you're every... that's fine. We could put that in there, I guess. And I would like that, or we'd sell that and buy a fanny pack. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, alright, we're going to send it. Don't know how well this build's going to function now. This is a very difficult build we're up against. We do have 2 carrots. One's going very fast, one's not going that fast. Oh yeah, what's this helmet do? Yeah, it's just the opponent has a chance to nullify the buffs gained. Okay. They have no buffs, but I don't think they need buffs, because eventually their cold will out-cold our heat, and then we're dead. Because we don't have enough debuff removal. Unless we can crit them really hard randomly, which was a big crit, they're on 1 health. We did actually win that. I'm kind of surprised. We'll go survival. Wolf badge. Don't need that. If we had a bag of stones, I would... Oh, it's a 4-second cooldown again. I don't care about that. That's kind of crazy. I think we do want this. Shame, because we're not going to be able to touch both the light items it wants to touch, because we're going to put it up here. That's kind of sucky. We don't want the frog, we don't want the rock, we don't want the gemstones. Oh, well, we do have armor. That was a misplay. We could have put gemstones in this armor. Just forgot we bought armor. Hilarious. It would be better if we start the game off with 6 rejuvenation as opposed to 2. We would like to gain 4 more rejuvenation. The only way I see us doing that is once again having to remove bag space and switching you out for this. You're a 3-slotter, we can't do that. Do we have a single? We do, I see it, it's where the Death Lotus is. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that right now. Although, if we had a 3 slot, we could put you here. It means that we don't have an extra chance to do things. We could do that. And then move you down 1, put you here. Put that there. Chance base effects. I guess the only thing you want to do here is the helmet, honest to God. I don't care about these two that much. The empower would be nice. This having a higher chance to remove vampirism, it's not the worst. Although we can still do all that and just not hit the carrot. I would very much like to hit both carrots. That would be a better play, having it here. We miss a carrot. I mean, that sucks. Oh, we do have a fanny pack though. We could make that happen. You could go there actually, above where the chili is. Broccoli can go down to, chili can go up where the broccoli is on the left hand side. Weird that we're going to put it in a fanny pack when we could put something else in a fanny pack, but I think that's what we're going to be doing. I think we do that and that. That's how it was. We then move you here. We put the chili here, the broccoli here. We get rid of that weapon. It's a unique, it needs to be there. You're also only hitting one of the things, so we do that, we spin you around, we put you there. I think that's okay. You're no longer hitting one of the uniques though. Which again, I think is okay, if I'm being completely honest. Now you hit all food. Buff stick can go in there. I guess we sell this now. We could get this. Oh, we've lost quite a lot of uniques actually doing that, but might be alright. Don't think we need you, and if we did buy you, we don't really know where we're going to put you. Seeing as we've cornered off uniquely unique, so I think we're going to roll past this, as weird as that is. Oh, we have a customer card as well. We've nowhere to put you. I mean, technically, this sword can go anywhere. So can unique. We could be putting it up here somewhere like this. Which actually works out better because now it's hitting the two uniques. Again, I kind of forgot this was a thing, you know. I'm not gonna lie, kind of forgot it was a thing. You need to hit the weapon somehow. Chance base effects needs to touch the helmet as well, so I guess here we spin you around, and we move you up one. No? Unless we put you here, you here, you here. I don't want to turn that into whatever the hell that's turning into. No, I want the armor from that and the rejuvenation, the cleansing, that's fine. And then chance-based stuff can come down. This needs to hit the helmet. Unless we do that. That can go back there. Helmet can now go here, maybe? And you can go there? Yeah. And then we can put you up here. Buff stick doesn't matter. Buff stick can just go there for a second. Alright, that's a bit better. Then we've got a customer card that we can't fit in anywhere. Unless we remove the buff stick. Which we can do by doing... No, we can't. I guess we can broccoli there, we can blueberry here, and we can put you here. You don't hit the blueberries anymore, but that's kind of okay. And then we can custom a card along this for more uniques. That is the only uniques we've got, right? Yeah, okay. Completely forgot we had this. I don't know why. That's fine. We're gonna roll once to see what uniques we get or don't get. We didn't gain anything. That's fine. We're gonna send it. That might be worth grabbing. We'll send it like that. Okay. Carrot Goob, carrots, pets activate twice, squirrels stealing buffs, lots of spikes, and max health gen. Okay. This might be a very good build we're up against, I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty tasty. Yep, smashed. The double squirrel play here was really nice. Yeah. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. Okay. All it's throwing is stones at me. I don't want stones. We don't want this bag slot because we can't put it anywhere. I mean, it could go there, I guess. No, we're selling that, don't care. We got a Shelly. Shelly's nice. Big heals on Shelly. But we can't put you anywhere. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that needs to be in the green. It does. So we'd probably do that with Shelly. Got a cupcake. Cupcake can just live in there, I guess. We sell the luck, we sell... No, we don't, we do that. We sell the sand, we sell the garlic now. I'm kind of over the garlic. Singular bag slots are kind of nice to get. We are 1 gold off getting a charismatic orb, which would then make the charismatic wand, or whatever it's called. Yeah, prismatic one, sorry. Gain 1 type of every buff every 4.5 seconds. When we've got 20 mana, 20 luck, and 20 rejuvenation. We spend 5, whichever I have the most of, and we gain 5 in power, which is just going to ramp us. We'd have to sell a singular item for that, which could be one of these gemstones, but for now, I've not been paying attention too much to our buffs. We are going to get lots of buffs, though. No. We buy the singular bag slot for a turn, and we're going to put this anywhere, so we're just going to dump it there. We're going to roll once to see what we can get. Nothing. Then we're going to send it and get this next turn, I think, and then move the one down here somewhere. Or even move that up there. Job's good, and we'll do that now, actually. Send it. I don't think we need to change anything else. Shelly ideally wants to be in this red bag, but right now we can't do that. We probably could, but it's fine. Dragons, frost, turtle. Okay. Or a dragon, should I say. So we're outscaling them with our heat and our and our empower. We need 20 luck, 20 mana, and 20 rejuvenation. Our luck is capped out. So, I mean, it's still better than just having the wand. We don't need this sword. That's ridiculous. We've got another customer card. You can go there. We can put you up here. 50 max health in the backpack's kind of okay. I prefer that as opposed to the other two. And we've gained another faster attack speed, so we'll do that. Use a random buff to heal for 12 every 3 seconds. That is kind of really good, considering we're stealing buffs off them. It might be good, might be bad, especially if it knocks us below the 5 luck threshold. You in armor, gain 15 armor and resist 5 frost at the start of the battle. I think we'll just dump that in armor. And I think we're kind of good to send it like that. Don't know how important making the better card is. Reflect some things for legendary. We don't really have a lot of... Well, maybe we do. Lots of stones, lots of heat, and a big weapon with ignore armor on it. Oh, that invulnerability may have just won them the fight. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. We only had 6 luck yet again because we're consuming so much luck. We're using 2 luck every 1.7, well, like 1.5 seconds, I guess, between these 2 items. So ideally, we need more luck. We've gained a big platinum card, I guess that's going to live there. Can't really put it anywhere else, so that's just going to live where it is. We've got a charismatic wand now, which is perfect. Yeah, we can't really put you anywhere. You're just going to have to live there to hit 2. We don't need that bag, we don't need the shovel, we don't need this dog either, I don't think. It is free damage. We could even put it here. We would like it to touch Shelly. Oh, we also want that hat in, don't we? I'm messing up so much today. Because that also can be touched by the green thing. Which would give it 25% chance more likely to trigger. Which I'm pretty certain is the opponent's gain buffs. 15% chance to nullify. So this really wants to be in this bag. If anything, I think we're going to have to move Shelly across. We'll move this across. And we take that one down and put you here. You can now live there. We can ping these 2 across. You can just live there a second. We've also got a doggo. I think this needs to go there. This needs to go... Oh no, we're losing it. I want to make the doggo touch Shelly. Doesn't matter. We're not going to have that happen. That's just better overall. That can go there somewhere. Oh, that counts as a dark item. Brilliant. That can now touch 2 things, which is probably worse because it means it's going to use more luck. But I think that's okay. You can only hit 2 things unless... Nope, we can't do anything else with that. So you're going to live there instead now. You're still within the... where you need to be. The doggo can just live up there so it gets crit chance. This is now attacking very fast. I think we should probably put that in it so it doubles up on the heat gain. You can go in there and you can go in there. We don't have enough for this. We have nowhere to put you either. Another singular bag slot up here would be nice, because then we can just put it up here. Although it is also a dark item, so it should go here ideally. So let's put this there to start that process. Yeah. I think we keep this reserved. We've also gained a flame badge. Which isn't the worst. It's just we start the game with 6 heat basically. I think we buy that. And we switch these 2 items around. So now the sword's going to attack even faster. I would like to get this in for 50 max health, but we have nowhere to put you. We're going to unreserve this now at this point, and we're going to roll once the bag space. We didn't see bag space. I think that's probably better than the resisting poison. I think 40% chance to just resist all debuffs for 4 seconds is probably better than a 10% chance to resist poison for the whole fight. I think that's fine. I think we send it. We're going to sell that as well, and then we're going to send it. Cupcake Staff. We're nullifying a load of their buffs. 25.5% chance to nullify the buffs they're gaining. We are still losing though. Big hit, big crit. Ooh, we were like a hit away from winning that. Cupcake Staff was doing no damage. Oh, but they did have a crit wood. They got double crit wood staff. Holy Not really sure how we lost that. It is what it is. Our opponent's healing was worse than ours. They've got 60, we've got 30, especially when this is not this is a different item. Oh, we got these gemstones in the armor, that's right. Okay. This is triggered again, so it really wants me to buy this, so maybe we will. We don't want the piggy that gives us 2 chipped gemstones. We don't care about that. That we absolutely care about. We don't care about the bow, the fire, or that. I think here we buy this, because this is going to use a rejuvenation to gain 1 luck and 2 spikes every 3 seconds. I think that is a good play, because we currently are too low on the luck side of things. If we can move this across one with 2 bag slots, and we can put this book here. What does it need to touch? Just that 1 scroll and the lotus. There's the bag slots. We'll buy that. We'll move you out. We'll buy that. We'll put you in here. We'll move the Death Lotus across. That's still doing everything it needs to. We now need to really roll for more bag space. Well, that's annoying. We have to sell a crap gemstone. We're going to sell this one. There's a fanny pack. Hate it because I'd like to get the bags positioned correctly. We could fanny there. Fanny there. Nope. There, and then put a singular slot there, a triple here. That means this, I mean, again, it's going to be using luck quicker. I mean, originally I was just going to put it underneath the fedora here and here. But then it's, I mean, we run into this exact same issue, unfortunately. Yeah, exact same issue, but that's probably a little bit better. You went up there, no you didn't. You went there, sorry, and then you went there. You're hitting everything you need to. Would like to buy this, but also I wouldn't at the same time, so I don't think we care that much about it, and I think we send it. We should now be gaining a bit more luck, but we are going to continuously consume luck. This is going to be interesting, because they shouldn't have any buffs. We're going higher than 5 luck now, but not very. Oh, and we died. Unbelievable. I was expecting us to absolutely demolish them, because this wouldn't have, like, scaled as high as I thought it was going to, because we're stripping their buffs. Crazy. I really thought that would be a much easier fight. Okay, we don't have the damage, I guess, or didn't have the damage. We gained 8 rank, technically 7 rank because we lost 2 to start with, I think. We gained 6 rank actually overall. We started at 69. Yeah, okay, that wasn't too bad. All right, let's jump into another one. Piggy bank, shield. Don't think we need any of that. A buff stick and a book for max health, or is that death? We should probably get a pan. We're going to have to get the pan, I think. And maybe even take out the piggy bank. It was on offer. Let's do that. And then let's buy the book. Book or banana? I think we reserve both, and we just go with what we've got like that. Okay, let's send it. Yeah, let's send it. That's fine. Banana, 2 swords, and a whetstone. We've probably lost this, not to mention we've also got a shell for some extra healing. We don't really have any healing. We do now. Are we going to be able to out-heal them? 1 big hit from the pan? Nope. Yep, we take that. Happy days. Okay, let's have a look at what we got. We want that, absolutely. We want that, absolutely. We probably unreserve both of these two. Don't need the mana potion. We probably want to go Thorn Whip over the pan now. Does take up a lot of space, so we'll figure that out in just a second. I think we get rid of the pan. What does a Thorn Whip do? On hit it gains a spike. Deals +1 damage per spike. I think that's better than the pan. We will grab the bag space first. We'll put you here. Like so. We'll put the buff stick in. I think actually this wants to go down one. You want to go there. Why do we put it like that instead and put the goo here? I was thinking the Thorn Whip and the Wand for the goo, but this has a 30% chance to proc, so I think that might actually be better. We got Poison. We'll put you here. We've got Lifesteal. We'll put you here. I want the broccoli. I think we want the garlic. We don't care about the flame, and I think we're actually going to sell the Lifesteal and grab you, debuffer. You are now better. 1.5 seconds, 2.2 seconds. So you want to go there. You want to go here, and you want to go there. Put the broccoli down there, put the garlic there. Yeah, that's fair. That's better. Send it. I think we're probably going to go Thorn Whip for this. We're going to... Oh, sorry. We're going to turn that into the Hungry Blade. Thorn Whip. Bloodthorn, or whatever it's called. They've got a hammer, so we probably lose this. They've also got 2 bananas, so they shouldn't really run into that much stamina issues. They did. You missed, I think. We just won that. Very lucky of us to win that. Insane what we've currently got. I don't think we need a dagger. We sell that. I don't want Fortuna's Kiss. I think if anything we're going to go unidentified. Enchanted weapons could be good as well. That could be very good. I think we sell the potion. I like Carrot Goo. Cleanse 4 debuffs, gain 2 Empower, but for 8 seconds. That's not the best goob in the world. Do we sell the goob? I think we're going to sell the goob. I think that's the play. Enchanted weapons is going to be really good, especially if we go with the weapon of choice that we want. I think that makes sense. This will also give a 20% chance to generate an additional spike. We probably want that to make a spike shield. If we buy this, we have to lose something. You go there, you go there, you go there actually. We do that. We reserve you, we send it. Alright, not the best, but we'll see how it goes. We will probably lose this because we are needing to combine these 2 items. You're going to get through all of our armor, we have none, so that's fine, but the hero sword is going to just trickle us down. Yeah. Thought as much, that's okay. Spike shield is now there, so now, what? We have a 30% chance to prevent 9 damage, remove 0.3 stamina from the opponent, and we gain a spike when it procs. That's going to give this 5 extra damage. We now put the wand back in, we sell the shovel, we sell the twine, because I don't think we need it right now. We could get Shelly. Oh wait, that's a strong healing potion. Huh. I think here we go bag space. And we dump the potion in. It's a strong one, so we can't turn that into Shelly, because this just turns into a vampiric potion, which again would be kind of nice, because if we go vampirism, but we're not sure yet. I don't think we lock that for Shelly. I think if we get a Shelly, we're happy. If we don't get a Shelly, it's fair enough, although Shelly does work very well. We did sell the other healing potion we had, so I don't think we do that actually. We'll keep you reserved, because I wouldn't mind an additional buff stick. They've got a Shelly, they've got lots of heat, that means Shelly's going to trigger a bit faster, and chances are they're going to beat us with a spear. Just because Shelly is going to cleanse all their debuffs. Oh, maybe not. I was expecting Shelly to cleanse all their debuffs and clutch heal. It was about to trigger, which then would have probably won them the fight. Oh, vampiric armor. That's insane. Do we now do that? And just ignore the spike shield for a turn. We can put you in there as well. We gain no mana, so we're going to... Oh, we do gain mana. That's going to give us a minor amount of mana, which is going to give us 2 armor per 5 mana gained. No, that's better in there. I think that's probably the play. This is going to mean that we're going to convert 45 health into 100 armor right off the bat, and then this is probably going to instantly trigger, which means we're going to heal for 24, gain 3 rejuvenation, and cleanse 4 poison. I think that's okay. It should play into itself. We're on 70 health, we're going to drop to low health, the potion's instantly going to trigger, and now we're slowly going to lose a bit of health to gain armor. But the goob is going to slightly heal us kind of back up, but not really. Yeah, alright, but then the vampirism kind of... Yeah, alright, we want that. I didn't even look at that bag, to be fair. We don't need the fire, we don't need that, we don't need that. We do want the singular bag slot. Not to mention, we want the fanny pack. So our what triggers faster? Weapon triggers faster? I mean, we could put it like here, I guess. You there. You go back in there. You go there, and then this goes here. Better yet, it could go there. We do lose the spike shield though. So maybe we do that instead, and we just don't have a garlic. I'd like to get you as well on the game. Every 4 seconds gain 3 armor. That's probably worse than the broccoli. Gain 2 luck every 6 seconds. This could give us 2 luck every 6 seconds. It could give us some mana. It could give us rejuvenation. It's probably better that we force the luck into rejuvenation. I think that's probably better. So we're going to send it like this. I don't think we want the garlic anymore. I think we'll keep the gold for next turn. We did just roll past a vampiric stone. That was probably a misplay. Or a blood amulet, as it's actually called. They're going to ramp max health, they're going to further ramp max health. We are putting debuffs on them, but they are going to be cleansing a debuff as quick as we're putting it on him. We do have a lot of spikes, so if they had stamina, they're probably going to hurt themselves because they're hitting us, and we've got 15 spikes. We are ramping damage, we have a load of armor, and we're keeping our max health topped up. So we should win this. We will win this. We've got an extra like 100 health compared to them. Yeah, okay. That's crazy. We've now just gained 35% lifesteal, or we can increase our healing by 40%. I don't know what's better. We're also getting a potion belt. You don't need to live anywhere in particular, so you can just go there. So when it triggers, we gain a random buff because of the potion belt. And we've also gained another buff stick, so we'll do that, so we gain more stamina. Don't need any of this, so I think we just send it as it is. .8 seconds. 2.2, 1.5, that's still better where it currently is. Not to mention that I guess if this triggers... Oh no, it's the attack effect of the weapon has a chance to repeat itself, so that's fine. I was about to say this triggers twice because of this thing, but it doesn't. Yeah, I think that's fine. We think that is absolutely fine. We'll send it. So we'll see how good this is in the weapon for lifesteal. It's healing us for what? 4? Now 5? 2 apparently? 5? We've lost. I guess because we had loads of poison on us. Subclasses unlocked. I think... Ooh, that's really good. That's crazy good. Crazy good. We sell the whip, so we've gone from a thorn whip, which is on hit gain 1 spike, deals +1 damage per spike, to a thorn bloom. On hit, gain 1 spike, 60% chance to gain an empower. When we gain an empower, we gain 11 max health, and it deals +1 damage per spike. 1 stamina a second, which is perfect because that's exactly how much we regenerate. So you get sold. We've also gained cheese, which is also pretty big. Blueberries, we're not really spending mana, but this will mean when we hit 10 mana, we start to amass luck. We've got a snowball. We don't need the fire. We don't need the little gem, although the little gem can stay in there for now. At this point, I kind of think we go merchant. We need 6 gold. We'd need to make 2 gold somehow. I guess we sell both of these gemstones. And then we sell the blueberries and we sell the snowball. We buy merchant. Okay, now we need to reorganize bags. I think that's okay like that for a second. We'll change it around. We'll move this one across one if we can, or when we can. And then we'll put both the foods in so it's hitting both the broccoli and the cheese. And on the right hand side, we'll make sure it's only hitting, like, while it's hitting the weapon plus 3 other things. These 2 in there will be ideal. Well, this in there will be ideal. We could also, actually, saying that. Nope, that does not work. Okay, let's send it. Oh, the start of the Crazy Reaper build. We don't have any debuff cleanse right now, which means we have lost. Because all our stuff's going to activate super slowly unless we can get a big crit, although we seem to be winning. Yeah, alright, we won that, but that's because their build isn't quite set up yet. When they get that build set up, we have absolutely lost that. We sell the sword. I don't know if we want both of these, but we'll keep them for a second. I would like the scroll. I would like the wand. I think we're going to sell the spike shield at this point. And we're going to buy both of these. We have no bag space for both of them, so I think we reserve that and roll for bag space. There's some bag space. We can now put this here. That can go there. I still haven't checked the perfect ruby. I still keep forgetting to do that. That is my misplay. We can then put this here. Move both of these across one. We can then put the potion up here, and ooh, this might outscale it. It does outscale it. Unless we put you here, and the goob here. That still outscales it. Okay. That didn't fix anything. Don't know why I thought it would. Unless we switch the cheese around. That would work. And then we can also do this. So now these are firing slightly faster, not to mention the cheese is going to be firing a lot faster. The goob doesn't do anything with this, but the goob's kind of okay between a 2.8 and a 3 second, I think. Would be nice if we could get the goob hitting 2 things, 2 better things, but that is what it is. We'll keep this reserved and we'll send it. This time I have to pay attention to this. If it's really good in the weapon in terms of our actual total healing, we'll leave it in the weapon. And if it's not, we'll bang it in the vampiric armor. Although we don't actually gain any healing, so that wouldn't do us anything. It needs to be in the weapon currently. Close fight, they are going to ramp. They've got a hammer. Yeah, we've lost that. Even though they had 4 blind, we've still got a 90% because of their luck, and not to mention both these have got 100%. They're going to be stealing our buffs, and they're going to fight every time this stuns us. Yeah, okay. Oh, they also had this as well, which is also stunning us. Very strong build to start off with. Okay, we don't need the Thorn Whip. That's giving us Lanternberry. I should have watched the trade offer. That's actually really good, so that's fine. I was about to say, what does this turn into? Null Blade could be cool. We don't need the dagger, we don't need the daggerang, boomerang, we also don't need the chipped gemstone, so we sell all that. Don't think we care about heavy drinking, don't care about the double rainbow. Ooh, although items have a 20% chance to duplicate the buffs they gain, could actually be really good. Like, really good. And we can probably put that there. I mean, even here's good if we move the armor right one. We do lose the other buff sticks. I think we buy that. That's kind of like a no-brainer to me. I don't think we want the crit chance. How's it going, Gamma? I think we want the singular bag slot. The crit chance would kind of be nice, you know. Use 1 mana to gain 1 luck and 1 empower. That's actually insane because that's going to ramp Thorn Bloom and our max health. How do we fit all this in? I think you're going to go in there, and we're probably going to put you like down here somewhere for a second. Can we not put that there and this here? 22 to 26. 29. Just for the moment. No, that's never going to work, is it? We're never going to be able to do that. I'm just trying to think in terms of getting as much duplication of buffs as possible. This could also move right 1. This could then move right 1. Now it's hitting everything that's giving us a buff. Kind of. You could probably live over here, right? No, you can't. Not to mention it's not hitting the cheese. Does it do anything else? No, just these items like this. So it probably wants to live like that. You're going to want to live there, I think. Like that. Doesn't matter either way, does it? No, it's still hitting 2. Just for a moment, I mean, we're probably going to have to do bag space again, because this is really fiddly to get everything in. Yeah, we're actually going to do bag space real quick. I don't like how we've got all this, because I would rather this touch as many things as possible, and not just literally the weapon and the armor. I think we put you in because you basically counteract the vampiric armor, and we leave these 2 items out, and we send it, and we see how we get on. I think we actually sell that. I don't think we need it. We'll hold on to both of these for 1 turn. We'll reserve the cat because I would like the cat, and then we send it. Alright. Bit of a weird build with this big Thorn Whip. Yeah, Thorn Bloom, sorry. Bagless. Bag of Wonder moment like usual. Yeah, sometimes it just throws too much at me. Only sometimes. We seem to be doing alright. We seem to be duplicating a crazy amount of buffs, which is very nice to see. And we did win that. We also ended on a lot more max health than they had. If we look at the healing here... Oh yeah, Perfect Ruby was healing loads, like the most. Plus we don't really have a lot of healing. If we had loads of healing, crazy item, if we had loads of healing, then I'd probably put this gem, the Perfect Ruby, in the armor, but we don't, so that's fine. This is insane, because it's ramping spikes. So we probably want this. This also gives us a chance to duplicate buffs, which again is insane. So we probably want that in the backpack as opposed to on hit gaining vampirism. We didn't get a green scroll for the Death Lotus, and I don't think we want Null Blade. Use 1 luck to gain 2 damage, use 1 rejuvenation to remove 3 buffs. I think the maximum health scale is probably better. And it is ramping with spikes. It is ramping, and this is now going to give us spikes. Free blue with the trade offer. We'll do that because we may as well grab it. We want this. We don't care about the luck item. We want this. I don't think we care about the scroll anymore or Null Blade. We're going to get rid of that. I don't think we even want the goob anymore. But then, as we currently stand, like we've got loads of items that we want in the bag, but we have no space for anything. So I think I'd like to get the amulet in, and I'd really like to get the rune in. 10 buffs gained, we gain 10 armor. That's probably better than the heat. The burning coal. We are gaining a lot of buffs. That's going to give us some extra armor, I guess. 50% chance to gain a vampirism could also be really good. I think vampirism was pretty low down on the healing there, unfortunately. What can we remove to get stuff in? We just can't. We'll keep you reserved, we'll roll for some bag space. That's not the best thing in the world, but it does give us some bag space. You can probably live there now. For just a second, so you attack a bit faster. We can put you here for possibly this item. Or even the potion can go up there. Oh, the potion's not even in the potion battle. What on earth am I doing? God damn. Forgot all about that. Oh, I mean, we're not going to have this forever. Turn around the whip. Ooh. Yeah, we could do that. $14.15, does that still go in? It does still go in, that's perfect. We're slowly adding things to the scales. Obviously, we want 8 things touching the scales, but for now, as we slowly get bag space, this is how we're doing it. Ideally, this could touch the corner at the side. This would also just touch the corner at the side. I mean, we could do that and mess around for a bit, but you now go in the potion belt, perfect. We put you there. You're hitting everything except the broccoli. Oh, you're also not hitting the scales anymore. Can't believe I've done this. Another buffer. I forgot this needs to kind of hit the scales. You're also not hitting the thorn whip anymore either. So... unless... Come in? Yeah, okay. We could just not care. I mean, this kind of wants to be doubled, the duplication. We could just not care about the extra random buff. This gives us, what, 1 random buff. It's not that important, I guess. I think that's kind of okay the way it was. I guess like that. Blueberries may as well go up there, just so they're getting 10% faster. Better yet, we can just... Oh, it's such a waste. It's such a waste. I hate to say it, I think we need to do bag space again. Nope. Food's touching all food. It's a shame you're not getting duplicated, but I'd rather duplicate a random buff. Or a spike. I think that's probably better, you know. So spikes are getting duplicated, so we get more damage. This giving us a random buff is also nice to be duplicated, but I don't think it's actually required. 15, 19. Again, we just need bag space. This is probably the better item to go in, but it can't because it tips the scales. We'll put the rainbow in the scale. Up here? The problem is it's buffing so many things down here. Putting up here and even turning it, fair enough, it doesn't buff the scales. I think we need to reorganize bags again. What do the scales even give? So scales give 4 mana or 3 rejuvenation, which isn't massive, but the 3 rejuvenation is kind of good. Unless we go back to how we were like that. And then we can put you in there, and we can put you down there. That kind of just works for the time being. This potion, I kind of feel like is super important, because we already start the game off by losing 45 health. And I think that means that then this instantly triggers, we go back up to pretty much full, and we start the game off with 3 rejuvenation. Which is basically this being duplicated once. Yeah, okay. I think this is how we're going to send it. And then we hope to God we get bag space next turn. We could sell all this as well, but... it does start the game off by converting 45 health into 100 armor, and we gain 2 vampirism, but every 2.8 seconds we convert 10 health into 20 armor. And we are ramping max health because of the cheese and because of the empower that this is giving us. And for the first couple of rounds, this has carried me. What do you think the strongest build right now is? Let's play cheese. Sorry, let's play chess. I read that as cheese, my mistake. The current strongest build, in my opinion, is the Reaper build that uses Snow Sticks, Sir Sand, Mr. and Mrs. Struggles, and basically puts loads... Oh, and the Unholy Armor, and basically puts loads of frost on both of you, and then it pings over, it cleanses all the frost and sends it back to the enemy. So you basically just get an insane amount of frost and blind and you can't do anything. I struggle against it every time. Yeah, many Sir Sands. Is that worth to have this duped? Oh, this isn't worth getting duplicated. No, this doesn't need to be duplicated at all. In fact, we can probably just send it that way. Oh my god, gems, go away. Does this hit the weapon? It does hit the weapon over there. That might be good, because then it's going to ramp the buff that we have the least of. I think we send it like this. We probably move the cheese down and put the goob in, just so we've got a goob in. And the coal doesn't go anywhere, the broccoli doesn't go anywhere, and the big boy health pot doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, I'm just going to send it like this. We're going to try it like this, I think. I'm not feeling very confident in our current build. I'm not going to lie. The Vampiric Armor does kind of save us and allows us to ramp. We've got a crazy amount of coal, so we probably will lose this because we're just not going to have the opportunity to continue to try and ramp. Yep, coal's nailed me here. We don't really have much debuff cleanse either. This is removing their buffs, isn't it? Oh no, this is removing 3 debuffs. Yeah, okay. Don't need you. Ooh, we could get rid of the perfect ruby for a moon shield. I don't think that's worth it at all. I mean, it would let us ramp mana, seeing as this is gaining 10 armor. We have no bag space. We're not doing this. We have no bag space. We sell the rock. We don't need that. I would like to buy the cat, because that's going to scale as max health. So we're going to buy the cat. We're going to keep you reserve, but we are going to roll for bag space. Oh, I want the cheese as well. Jesus Christ. No, we're rolling past it. There's some bag space. We sell the coal. The goob for rejuvenation could even be a play here. But we're going to buy bag space. That still doesn't give us enough bag space for all of our items, unless we don't use the cat this turn, and we bang the health pot and the... we do a little something like this. In fact... Is this now where we put you here and we start actually trying to buff things? We do lose the duplication of buffs, but we can take you out, and now everything has a 12% chance to duplicate buffs. We could sell the goo. We've got nowhere for the rejuvenation. This is still going to hit this, unfortunately. Which at the moment I kind of think is okay. What do you do? We always have debuff, so this isn't really duplicating the buffs it's going to give us. This, oh, it has a chance to empower though. Because we want, like, every time this gains in power, we gain max health. The cheese is also giving us max health. Oh yeah, and when we put the cat in, the cat's going to need to be hit by the rainbow as well. Oh my god, and everything. We could... I really need to reorganize the bags again. Oh, okay, yeah, let's reorganize bags. Yeah, let's not mess around with that. Okay, let's send it. Let's just get out of this bag reorganizing business right now. Again, spending so long doing that. If this is an instant loss, I'll be very disappointed. I think it probably is looking that way. We have stripped all our debuffs. We just need some more healing, if and when possible. Big hit? Oh, we just won. We just won. Alright, that wasn't a complete waste of backspace removal. We don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need that either. This could be really nice. And this very easily just lives there. Done. I am still 3% life for each luck, up to 50%, and gain 4% critical hit chance for each vampirism. Perfect. We now need backspace. So we're going to get rid of the other buff stick. We're going to keep this on reserve because I think this will be really good. We're going to roll into a 4-slotter. Well, now we're going to roll into a 4-slotter. There we go. Oh my god, we can change an Amulet of Life into a Hungry Blade. We don't need to do that, but that's crazy to me. You can now go there. You can now go there. You can go back to where you were. We figured it out. This is hitting both the Lantern Berry and the weapon. The cat is now hitting the weapon. This is hitting the lantern in both slots, and it's hitting the weapon. This is also hitting the weapon, and so is this. This is kind of an okay setup on this right-hand side for the moment. And then we've gained some extra bag slots and stuff. Buffer, buffer, singular, goob, buffer. Cat under now. Cat under kind of would work, to be fair. But I do want the cat to get duplicated on its buffs. Oh, unless I move the cat there. I think one more turn and we move stuff around again. Send it. I'm happy with that. Hungry Blade, Stun, Critwood Staff. Oh no, Spike Staff. And you're also using all your luck. Lots of Vampirism. They seem to be doing a lot more damage than we are. Oh, we seem to be doing alright though. We've just potted, they've just potted. One big hit. Happy days, they have 6 weapons. They do have 6 weapons. And they're stunning with 2 daggers, gaining vampirism. This is where we need garlic. Good lord. Garlic on round 13. And they've also got the vampiric gloves as well. They're stripping poison. We are hitting poison, or have a chance to hit poison. And they've got false life. So crazy. They didn't stay on max armor or max health for very long, so they didn't overheal, so they didn't gain a lot of max health. Meanwhile, 30 in power. So we would have gained what? 330 health? 11 per in power? Easy. Easy. We don't need you. That's ridiculous. That's a big shield that we're never going to use. We've got another one of them, which is kind of nice. We don't need the dagger. We don't need the gloves. And I don't think we need the blueberries. Do we really want to be buying these for 14 gold? I mean, they are insane. Plus, when they get... I didn't check our buffs. This fight, I'm going to sell the blueberries, and we're not going to buy anything. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to change a single thing. This seemed to work for us just about last game. So we're going to jump straight into another game, and we're going to pay attention to our buffs. Because if we can get 20 mana, 20 luck, and 20 rejuvenation, we're going to ramp in power. And if we're ramping in power, we're also ramping max health because of Thornbloom. And getting 2 of these might be insane. So we're just going to send this. Again, we didn't do too badly last game. This is borderline the build that screws us. So they just don't have the frost. And if they don't have the frost... Oh, they're gaining heat instead. So this is basically the exact same build. They're also going to be stripping all our buffs. So yeah, we've lost to this. Look at this build. This is insane. What on earth was that build? Amazing. I don't really understand how they've gained so goddamn much heat. Oh, that's why. They've got loads of misfortunes. So basically, deck of cards, they gain 2 luck. In fact, I don't need to see any of that. We started off. They start with 2 luck, and we have loads of blinds, so our weapons immediately have a 20% accuracy. Yours also has a 20% accuracy, but on miss, they gain 3 luck. So this is basically just going to be massing luck. But then the dex trigger. So on reveal, it increases magic damage by 8%. They're not really hitting us with magic damage, so that doesn't do anything for them. But they do magic damage because the card itself hits for 12 magic damage, plus 4 for each card before. Gain 4 heat. Again, more magic damage. Gain more heat. Gain more heat. And then, where is it? Misfortune, every 2.1 seconds, it uses 1 luck to gain 3 buffs of the type of which have the most. And this is missing every goddamn swing. Look at the goob healing. Did the goobs really heal that much? Toad healed more. Goobs are only healing 140s. False Life healed for more. The Toad... So this is a really good build. Like, I've not seen this build before. They never really gain a massive amount of luck because, again, they've blinded themselves 17 blinds. So this has got no accuracy. So basically, they don't even have a weapon because this is missing every single hit, right? Yeah. This dealt no damage the whole game. Oh, sorry, it hit me for 64. So all they're doing is fatigue damage. This is an insanely good build. They deliberately put like, if we go to like 5 seconds in, say, this is 6 seconds in, they deliberately give themselves loads and loads of blind with Sir Sand, so this has no accuracy. And on a miss, this gives them 3 luck. And then they've got 4 misfortunes that consume 1 luck to give them 3 buffs of the type that which they have the most of, which because of these 3 cards is heat. So end of game, they have 363 heat and they haven't hit me with a weapon. Because they've got so much heat, this Toad's triggering every 0.44 seconds, and items gain 10 buffs, we're healing for 12. This is gaining 3 buffs every 0.16 seconds, and these are all gaining 3 buffs every 0.24 seconds. So this is basically healing every 0.24 seconds, this is healing for 12. And it's in a poison bag, so it's actually putting some poison on me. What an insane build. This is probably the best build I've seen in this game. The goobs are just there for, like, extra healing. Insane. Getting 3 of these as well is kind of crazy. Now, if we had some buff removal, and it was triggering pretty quickly, this wouldn't have been a good build, right? Because, I mean, saying that, like 3 seconds in, they remove 1 card. Yeah, crazy. Because this, because this immediately attacks, they immediately drop from, like, their high luck value, I don't know, 2 luck. They gain 5 luck, 4 heat. They've now consumed a luck, so now their heat is maxed. Because this gives 4. And now immediately this is consuming luck and just giving them heat. So pretty much from the first second mark, they've just amassed heat. And then how do you beat a build that has that much heat when everything is triggering this quickly? What a well thought out build. They've got a bird too. They do have a bird too, yeah. What a very, very well thought out build. Insane. Look at the max health as well. Because of this thing. I mean, you've got to roll perfect for this build, right? If they didn't get max health, they'd still beat me, but they wouldn't have 1,400 max health. If they didn't get a bunch of misfortunes or a toad, this wouldn't be the same thing. This is almost like a perfect build. And not to mention they're about to reduce my healing by 30%, right, with this? And having a chance to nullify my buffs. And then the bird's doing its thing. I mean, if they can turn that into a crow? No, because they're not really inflicting debuffs. They don't need a crow. In anything, they'll go this instead. So everything would duplicate their buffs more and heal more and trigger faster. Yeah. What a crazy build. I'll be going over and watching this VOD as I do anyway. And I'm going to try and replicate this when we play a Reaper. Because that's way better than the Frost build, right? That's crazy. And even if you go against the Frost build, they're not putting this much Frost on you. Which means your heat's going to outdo their Frost. Insane. They actually want to be blinded. So this fancy fencing rapier can do what it needs to do. What an insanely strong build. Crazy. Imagine that on the Adventurer Crossblade. I mean, I don't even think they... Can you stop dancing? I don't even think they need to do damage. Because they just win on fatigue. If they had a bag of stones with that death stone that's going to hit fatigue damage... Insane build. I'm so impressed with that build. The snow stick build I was impressed with at first until everyone runs it, and now I'm just like, oh, it's this build again. We don't need the stone. We don't need the doggo. Nope. Duplication of buffs. Oh no, not this game again. This is easy. I think. Where was this? Like that? Buff stick was like that. You were like that, I think. We put you here. Single. Something like that. To be honest, Snowsnake just needs a magic staff to be balanced, not a broom. I mean, it's a really good build. It's just, it's so overpowered. Unless, obviously, you've got really good debuff cleanse and you're countering it. If you're not countering it, it just destroys you. And if you're not countering that and you run against it, it's just a guaranteed loss. And it is very, very easy to make, especially when most of the items you just get for free. The snow stick's hard to get, and everything else is pretty cheap to get and pretty low tier to get. Not like it's like all godly stuff or something. The double axe would be nice. This is probably actually better than... No, it's not. We're selling that. Bag slots, we don't need you either, but we'll hold on to you for just a moment. And we have a goob again. We've got 2 goobs. We could make a cheese goober. We're making cheese goober. Let's do that, let's do that. That's going to make the goob. That's then going to turn to cheese goober. If we can survive this round, that is. Do we sell this for 3 and buy an orb? We do sell this for 3 and we buy an orb. Where are you good to put, though? I don't really want you to hit two things. That's garbage. Corrupted armor prevents debuff cleanse. Yeah, but getting a corrupted armor is sometimes kind of difficult as well. Like the snow stick build, the items that you actually need to get everything, it is still like very difficult to achieve that. Don't get me wrong, it is still a hard build to get everything for. It's just that it's just everyone runs it. Well, not everyone, obviously, but you know, a lot of people do. I think we just do this. Or maybe... This is so bad. I don't like this at all. I think we're just going to do that. That's fine. We're going to send it. We'll keep this reserved. We'll send it. If we lose, we lose. If we win, brilliant. But at the moment, this is how it's going to work. You may as well go in there for a chance to duplicate your buffs. Alright. We're sending. Oh, wait, we're not sending it. Oh, I caught that just at the last second. Jesus Christ, we need to do that to actually make the wand. Holy moly. We almost forgot to combine the most important item. Okay, lots of shields. Lots of damage. They've also got a lamp, which is going to scale their magic torch. Oh, we're going to lose. Alright, well that's... that kind of sucks. We lost a rank. That also kind of sucks. Alright. Alright. Let's jump into another one. Makes sense to buy the bow, makes sense to get the coal. We'll roll this. We may as well get the garlic as well, it's all cheap. Do you want a bag of stones? Let's grab a bag of stones, why not? Why not? We'll roll once more. I think the pan's probably better than the bow. We will run into stamina issues if we grab that, but I think that's probably what we're going to be doing. Let's do something like that. Let's grab the pan. Reserve the bag space, put the coal in the pan. Pan is every 2.2, you're every 1.7. That makes more sense. Let's send it. Okay. I kind of want to go a heat build now for that last build, I'm not going to lie. We won, just. We'll take it. We want to win every game as well if possible. Ooh, would we have been graced with a molten spear? Do we need you? We don't have any heat. We're going to sell you. I don't think we need the molten spear. We gained a box of prosperity right off the bat, which is always nice. We've also gained some gloves. 10% chance to resist poison, which is also kind of nice. They're going to both trigger quicker. We can put you here. We've gained another bow. I think we want to hold on to the other bow. Or we could just go triple Belladonna's Shade, maybe? We'd obviously need 3 potions, which is going to be very hard to get. But you never know. I think we buy the bag space, even though we don't technically need it right now. I'm not going to put the other bow in, because it means we're going to run into stamina issues and it's only 2 to 3 damage. But I think we hold on to the bow, and we also lock this bow. I think we send it. I kind of want to go bow build. Bow build with some stones. That's what I'm kind of thinking. We should have probably put the broccoli on the gloves. Is it only during Battle Rage? Oh, during Battle Rage they trigger 40% faster, so they're kind of crap. We should have probably sold them, to be fair. We only have 5 seconds. 4 seconds of good gloves. We gained another box. Okie dokie. We don't need this. We don't need this. We might want Power of the Moon, but I don't think we do. I think we go un-ID'd. So we are actually going to sell these gloves. I know they give us a base 10% chance to resist poison, but I don't think we care. We're going to grab these, and we're going to put the broccoli here. The pan wants to go like that. And then we can do a little something, something. We'd need to move everything up 1. kind of want the broccoli to trigger as fast as possible. I know that means it only gains 1 damage, but I think that's okay. Oh, we gained another garlic as well. I kind of want to do that. So this just triggers obscenely fast, or absurdly fast. We'll get them in. We also have debuff removal, or we have buff removal. 50% chance to remove a buff from the opponent, or every 2 seconds we cleanse 1 debuff. I think that's better outside the bag, or in the bag. That can go there, and we've got a flame. I think we sell the flame. We could make a burning coal, though. Burning coal's kind of nice. We need a gold. I don't even know what we do here. We don't need that bow in. I think, honestly, as much as I just said I want to go bow build, we sell that bow and we get un-ID'd. That has given us stone. That's not the worst thing in the world, because we do have a stone. And now we've got a fire that we could have bought if we just sold the flame to begin with, I guess. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll keep these both reserved, because that gives us a second bow if we do get lucky and find another, or if we find a pestilence flask. That would be nice. We can actually... No, we can't. I was about to say we could put the broccoli here, but we can't. Is more damage better? Or is this firing better? We'll try like this for a game. We might lose. And if we do, and we've lost to like 6 damage, or they're on 6 health, then we know that we should have put all the food surrounding the pan. They're going to gain max health. They're also going to gain a bunch of buffs. They're also going to heal back to full. They're also going to trigger what? Start of battle effect. Nothing. Oh, inflict another blind, I guess. But we're removing it, so that's fine. Or are we? Yes, we are. We're removing blinds, that's fine. Okay, we won that, fair. So that's, yeah, that's fine. We've gained infinite mana. That's hilarious. We'll just dump you there for a second. Oh, no, we haven't got infinite mana. Well, we do. Weapon hits. 5% chance for each luck to gain 3 mana. That's kind of okay, because we're amassing luck, because this is going to trigger really quick. We've also gained an additional burning coal. We may as well keep both of them in the bag as well, and we've got an offering card. I think we sell this and get bag space. Send it. Easy enough. Weapon hits. This should have been hitting the stone as well. We've misplayed, because that's a weapon. The rejuvenation and this should have been switched. Can't believe we've done this. They've got a hammer and a dagger and a spike shield. We've lost. Now, would we have beat them had we have not? No, we wouldn't have. That's fine. Even more bag space. Perfect. Max health as well, which is nice. And we've gained 2 gems that we can dump in there for some extra... Oh, they're all common items, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, that's fine. So that's going to start the game off with a bunch of extra armor. We've not really done anything differently here. I think here, if I'm being completely honest, I think we're going to switch off this like this. And then we're going to make the pan have as many foods surrounding it as possible. I can put you here, you here, you here. That's got 6 items in it. Perfect. That's hitting the stone. That's hitting all the food. They're hitting both the weapons. You're in the bag because you're fine. Also, stone and stone golem damage dealt gains 65% of the damage dealt as armor, and whilst we have armor, we take minus 20% damage. We could sell these flames, but they're kind of nice to start the game for a little bit of heat. Not to mention, these also have a 12% chance on hit to gain plus 6 damage and gain 1 heat, and they're in both the weapons. I do really like burning coals, as stupid as that is. 12% chance is awful, but I do really like them. They've already got a burning blade, so they're probably going to out-heat us. They also have a starting effect thing, so we're going to gain less healing, less max health from the healing, from the snowballs, and they're also going to gain a little bit more heat from the flame. Not to mention this is touching 4 things, so it triggers every 4.32 seconds. Can we get a big hit in? Nope. We are severely lacking in health. There's a flask for the bow, we wanted that. We don't need to use this right now, so we sell that. This is probably better than the pan, even though we don't have any spikes right now. Just because it fires so much quicker and it's going to start pumping in power. And it's also very low on the stamina usage. I think that's probably better than the pan. Oh, I forgot we have this weapon as well. That's a ginormous misplay yet again. Because the gloves should have been... it's fine. All 3 weapons are on that, that's good. We sell the pan, we don't need you anymore. We put you in there, that's fine. I would like this flask. I would also like this bow. We sell both the flames. We keep a flame, we sell this instead. That gets us the flask. That now does that, that and that. All the weapons are hitting, so we're going to have a chance for each look to gain 3 mana. Not that we're doing anything with mana right now, but that's fine. And then we also need a new common item in this bag that we're not going to be able to do. And that's okay. I mean, it's a bit... You... Do we need to reorganize bags ever so slightly? I think we do, right? Because the gloves want to be touching something important. Like this. We've lost a little bit of armor at the start of the fight, but I think that's okay. You're going to turn into that bow. We've got another bow locked. We probably want the chili as well. And that's alright, I think we can stun it like this. Oh, we could have moved the bag. We've misplayed that. We could have moved the bag of stones right one, this down one, and then this across, but then this wouldn't have hit the stone. I think we don't need the mana right now, so this is kind of a waste, but I mean, it is what it is. They also have claws of attack. They're also gaining spikes, so their claws are going to be way better than our claws. We did win, so that's weird that we won that. They should have outperformed us there, that's fine. We've now got... bear with me. We've now got Belladonna Shade, 70% chance to inflict 2 poison and a random debuff. They are in the gloves. We've got a poison dagger, we may as well use it. We have another short bow. And we've got a rock. So let's now move that down, No, we're not. Yeah, we are doing that. This is now hitting everything better, like that. This is only hitting 2 of the weapons. But we could do that instead. Now you're hitting all weapons, which is much better. I think the gloves being on the bow is better than the gloves being on the claws of attack. I would like that coal. I'm going to hold on to this bow as I say, because if we get another flask, we will absolutely make another one of them. And I think we're okay. We're using 0.7 stamina. This would give us stamina issues, but it would mean we'll trickle them with a little bit more damage. We could also put this in it, so we have a 50% chance to cleanse debuffs. I kind of want these two to strip debuffs, seeing as we have new debuff cleanse. I think that's how we go. Don't know if we want the mana orb. We may as well grab the mana orb. We have this, which is going to give us a chance to gain loads of mana on hit. Max life, Critwood Staff, and Bloodthorn. That's kind of scary to see. Although, not scary enough, apparently. Smashed him. Ooh, this changes things up. Do we want Weapon Master here? We do have a lot of weapons. Every 5 seconds, regenerate 1 stamina for each distinct weapon. Damaged out, we gain the damaged out in armor. When we have armor, we take less damage. 20% less damage, to be precise. We do have a lot of weapons. Oh, and it regenerates 1 stamina for each distinct melee weapon. And we currently only have 2 melee weapons. So every 5 seconds this is going to give us 2 stamina regen. We also need to somehow make 10 gold to buy this thing, which is always a pain with this class. We could technically sell both of these bags. I think we do just straight out sell this for 3. We sell the chessboard for that. We sell the gem for 1. We now need 5 gold. This is insane. When we gain 5 heat, which we do start with 1 heat, and these have a chance to trigger to give us more heat. This gain 2 damage, so yes, this gains 2 damage for every 5 heat we gain, and the next hit of the weapon is a critical. This would probably go on the claws, right? 4 to 5? No, it goes on the shade. So this would live here. Not there, because it doesn't fit, but it would live here. This bag we do need to keep. So you would live like this. Not to mention this goes across, so now we are generating chip gemstones. We can probably also start putting things on this side of the board instead. You know what? Let's put you here, you here. This can go there. I think we want to keep the claws, because it's the melee weapon. But the claws are going to go down there. How do you sit? You can actually go up one, I guess. You can go there, you can go... Ooh. For now, you're going to have to live there, I guess. Oh, wait. Like that, I guess? Broccoli can go there. You can go there, you can go there. You know what, we'll do that instead. That does mean we lose a little bit of armor. We lose a lot of armor, actually, but that's fine. I think that's okay the way it is positioned. Gloves. Probably want to go on him now. Unless we do that. We could even sell the other garlic, maybe? I think you probably want to go in a weapon. Or better yet, what are you? Every 2.1 seconds? 1.7, 1.6. It might be better to do that. We still need to make loads of gold. That's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. We could sell both of the gemstones. And then we're going to have to reorganize bags a little bit with Weapon Master going in, but I think we do want Weapon Master. You are only a pet, so you could probably live up here instead. And go right here. You only need to hit melee weapons. Oh wait, no, you can hit every weapon. So you would probably go up. Oh, but then you're not gaining the mana. Let's buy it first. We're going to sell this bow. We're going to sell the extra garlic because we don't need that much garlic. We could sell the fire, although we do want the heat. We are going to sell the fire because it's basically free. I think that's fine. We need 1 gold. We could sell the rejuvenation, but I kind of want the rejuvenation. I think we're actually going to sell another garlic, as weird as that is. And then you just touch melee stuff. That's all you touch. So actually, better yet, you can go there and you can go there. You touch everything you need to touch. You can go there. You can go in there. That's hitting every single weapon possible. You're hitting both the weapons, so you're going to regenerate 2 stamina every 5 seconds. We are currently only using 0.7 stamina, so that was a waste. We are inflicting poison, so we do need these gemstones to be removing poison as quick as possible. So is it actually better to put that like that? And then we put both the foodies here. You can go in there, you can go in there. You need to go in this bag to generate chip gemstones. You're also in this bag, so when we get another unique, we can put it in here. Or a godly, I guess. Yeah, okay, so we're exactly where we need to be right now. Oh, you can... No, you need the Gloves of Haste on you. I think that's the play. I would also like to get this coal for 1, but we're not going to do that. The mana orb makes sense because every weapon has a chance to generate mana, depending on how much luck we have. So we do want more luck generation as well. I do want the heat because this is giving everything more damage. Or this is giving this one bow more damage, so that makes sense as well. We're not really gaining a lot of spikes, so this doesn't gain faster attack speed. And I don't think at this point... No, we'll keep the bow, we'll keep the chili, we'll keep all this. That's fine, we'll send it. That took my brain far too long to understand. They also have the claws, they also have more spikes, so they're going to ramp harder than we are. You need to start gaining heat, and you need to start gaining heat quicker than what you're doing. You gained no heat at all, or did you gain 1 heat? You gained 1 heat. These lumps of coal are crap, aren't they? These are probably better in the bag, right? 5 gained, 2 gained, 2 gained. Jesus, gemstones. Good lord. Okay. Attacks 5% faster. This probably wants to be in the bow. So this is ramping debuffs. Can you turn into anything else? You can't. You're the final form. Interesting. We need the chili pepper. ASAP. I would like the debuff removal to continue. So we'll do that. This book turns 1 mana into 1 rejuvenation heals for 12. It's also a godly, which now means we're making more chip gemstones every turn, because both of these bags have 2 godly items in it. Perfect. Poison makes sense on the faster weapon, and I don't think we care about any of these. This allows us to buy a chili. Chili ball. Now we're generating heat. I also really think that we put both of these in the backpack, so after 5 seconds we are guaranteed to make 4 heat and cleanse 3 debuffs. That will give this an additional... Wow. At the point of 5 seconds, the chili triggers once, these 2 both trigger, that is 5 heat. This will then gain 5 heat, so this will gain crit chance. It gains 2 damage, and it's a crit. Which I think is fine. Send it. We're kind of getting somewhere. All the weapons have a chance to generate mana, and when they do generate mana, this is going to convert that mana into rejuvenation and heal for 12. There's the 5 heat, we're now critting. This is 5 to 12 damage. 6 to 13. I really wanted to make sure that every 5 heat gained, this gains damage. They had a goober, they had false life, they had stones, we smashed them. They also had 2 potions. Okay. So, effects of weapons have a 20% chance to repeat. That's not a weapon effect. That is an on-hit effect. You're an on-hit effect. And I guess... I don't know if that duplicates the empower gain, and it can also duplicate the 2 weapon and critical hit gain. I don't know. You randomly gain 1 luck, 1 rejuvenation, or 1 empower. That's really good for us. You're also just a pair. So you can probably go nowhere. Lol. We've gained an emerald egg as well. That is giving us luck generation. Why did we need luck generation again? Because of this item. Okay. And this dagger would also go pretty hard because we are going to gain a bunch of extra mana. So now we need to figure out bags. I don't think we want the emerald egg. Oh, it inflicts poison. We do want the emerald egg. We don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need the coal. We do want the coal, we're going to buy a coal. And we don't need the blue, I guess. Although that would give us mana. I think we want all 3 of these items. We'd have to move bags there. We'd have to move both the stones over. We'd have to put the dagger here, because now that is hitting every single weapon perfectly. That's also going to ramp using mana to ignore armor and deal +6 damage. So that's hitting pretty big numbers. That's actually probably going to hit more numbers than Baladana's Shade at this point, because it has a chance to. Well, it ignores armor, which means that's probably going to be chunkier damage than the bow. I wonder if we now switch that dagger out with the bow like this, and then make that trigger faster. 2.7, 1.7. This starts with more damage. This will ramp better, I think, because it deals +6 damage. It doesn't gain +6 damage. It just hits for +6 damage, but it ignores armor. We're also going to put loads of poison on them, so yeah, that's going to be fine. We also need to have armor, but all the weapons... Nope, just the stones. They gain armor on hit. They don't deal enough damage right now, so that's kind of crap. We should probably put you on the stone, I'm not going to lie, but we're not going to do that. I'm actually going to switch these two back around. I think that's fine as they are. You can probably live there. We are now running into an issue because I want these gloves in. Is this where we now put in debuff removal and just accept the fact that if we get debuffed, we get debuffed? I think that might be a better play. We can't get that in where I want to get it in, that's fine. We lose the max health, we lose the rejuvenation, we lose this stone, which I think is better like that. We sell that, and then we've also got a garlic left over. Deal 15% of your damage as healing. Every 4 seconds we gain 1 vampirism. Triggers 20% faster for each vampiric item. We don't have any vampiric items as much as like is good. The enchanted weapons might be nice, but I think we're going to go un-ID'd because it's cheaper. We've gained shielded. That is not good for us at all. We don't need the coal anymore. We don't need the bow anymore, and I don't think we need this anymore because we're now using this dagger. We sell the garlic. We roll for bag space. We've got some bag space. We've also got max health on nature items. We don't have a lot of nature items. In fact, we have 4, 5. We have 5 nature items. I'd like bag space. I'd like to get the max health in. I'd like to get the rejuvenation in as well. We can't sell anything, I don't think. Again, these coals, as crap as they are, I kind of really like. We're going to send it. We're going to keep the badger. We're going to keep the bag space. Heat and frost. So we should probably lose this because they've got a crazy amount of armor. Not to mention they're going to outscale us. We're really slow. They're really fast. We have no debuff cleanse because we put it in our weapons instead. Very, very fast loss. That's fine. Okay. You can go in... Actually, that's fine as it is. We don't want the torch, although... Although we could use a torch. Blood Goober. I don't think we want the Blood Goober, we're selling it. We'll buy you. I kind of also want to bang the torch in here. Specifically for the start of battle, gaining heat. And I'm pretty certain, even if we put it here, I mean again, that's a melee weapon, which means we're now going to regenerate 3 stamina every 5 seconds. We are using 1.4 stamina a second. I kind of think we're going to be alright for stamina. We don't need you. We don't need you anymore. We can now get the badger and put you somewhere really good. Ideally, there would be nice. Perfect. We still need the bag space, so I think we're going to buy bag space. That's going to give us the max health. That's also going to give us shielded that does nothing, and it's going to give us rejuvenation. I think that's fine. I think we send it. I don't think we need a toad. A very, very lucky build with Excalibur and double Corrupted Crystal. If we drop below 30% health, we're dead. We are ramping our poison more than theirs. I've just remembered that we poison ourselves. So we absolutely need debuff cleanse. I mean, luckily these cleanse 6 debuffs after 4 seconds, so that did set us down a little bit. And you only gained a little bit of extra damage. How was our damage here? Obsidian Dragon did the most amount of damage, then Poison, then Belladonna's Shade, and then the Burning Torch actually hit more than the Spectral Dagger. Interesting. I wonder if we get rid of that dagger now. Oh, and also the dagger's not touching the dude. If the dagger touched this dude, would gain even more stamina. How are we looking? I think it's obvious to me that we don't need to reorganize the whole bags, but we do want to get the bow and the obsidian. At least the obsidian, seeing as it's doing the most amount of damage. We do that a second. That went there. Bow went there. That went there. That went there. That went there. The 3-slot can now live here. You can spin around. You can also spin around, so we gain more stamina as opposed to more mana. I think that is okay. We gained a heroic potion. I mean, we may as well. We're never going to run out of stamina, I don't think. Oh, we can turn it into a super hedgehog, right? Every 5 seconds, we deal 10 magic damage, plus 0.5 for each spikes, and plus 1 for each empower. We don't gain spikes. Health drops below 70%. We gain 3 spikes, 3 empower, and 35 armor once. Triggers faster for each pet or food. That could actually be really good. Because when we drop below 70% health, if we drop below 70% health, we gain some spikes, which ramps our claws, only ever so slightly. And we also gain empower, which ramps everything. You're also a pet, so... we need that singular slot. And we've also gained 12% chance to duplicate buffs. I don't think we need this little one. We don't need the little red one. That gets us the bag space to go there. You can now move across. You're a weapon, aren't you? Oh, no. But you're not a melee weapon. 2.1 attack speed. You're probably better than some of these other things. We could put you here instead, actually. You could then go there. Hedgehog can then go here. Or better yet, no, you are going to have to live there. We don't have blueberries anymore. But we can now move the food down one, so at least... Oh no, you're only touching like that. Oh, you only touched 3 things. Oh, that's kind of crap. We'll move them back, that's fine. Max health can live up there. Shielded, we still don't have a shield. We should have probably locked that and bought that. We've got the 2 burning coals as well. I think that's fine. We can actually take that out. We don't need it. Potion needs to go in. I forgot about that. You're going to have to live there. We put them either side, like so. We lose the rejuvenation. We lose starting with 1 heat. You're now touching 4 weapons, so you're going to regenerate 4 stamina every 5 seconds. 50% chance to gain 1 vampirism. 10 buffs gained, gain 4 armor, or duplicate the buffs they gain. I think we want to duplicate the buffs we gain, so I think the Tiger Rune is always a backpack slot, in my opinion. We could also put that in the bag, but we're not going to be able to. You're going to go in there because you're a faster attack speed. The poison on that is also kind of nice. Although I'd rather have a higher % chance to gain more heat. 3% faster, I think that's now going to live on the obsidian as opposed to this dagger, seeing as this did basically no damage in the last game. I'd even sell that if it wasn't for the fact that this is getting a buff up it. We need debuff cleanse, specifically poison. Oh, that's good for fatigue. But if we're already in fatigue, we're probably already on the way out and dying. Plus it's a 4-slotter and it's a 5-second cooldown. I don't think we need it. I think we send it like this. Okay. Lots of poison. And they've got a cleanse of poison, so we're probably dead to poison here because we're going to poison ourselves, which is going to ramp them. We do have a lot of weapons though. We do have a lot of weapons. We could do have a stun. We've now gained this little fella. You can live there. You're hitting 2 things. You're a pet, you're a pet, you're a weapon. That's fine because you're not a melee weapon. We can now put that there, chili there, so you're now triggering even faster. And every 5 seconds, it deals 10 magic damage, basically. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's what it does. We don't need that, because we're never, like, running out of stamina at this point in time, I don't think, so we sell that. We don't need the stone, we sell that. We could do with some lifesteal, I guess, at this point, so we just dump that in anywhere. We dump that in. I think that's probably going to deal more damage than the dagger. I think that's okay. Purple gem in bag. What, from this one? Debuff Cleanse would be nice. 1.6 seconds as opposed to Stripping Buffs. We probably will do that in a second. A minor attack speed increase. That's probably better like that. We still need a shield. We've got no bag space for a shield. This is so stupid to have when we're not using it. We do want luck generation. Do we just dump you somewhere? We could just pop you down here. We sell the fire, we got nowhere for it. We put the coal, or the burning coal. That's probably going to go in the bow, because it's only a 1.7. 2.2, 2.7, 1.4. That's probably better like that. We are now on high stamina usage. We're using 1.9 stamina per 1 second. Oh, we can also do that, right? No, because you're not a melee weapon. And this only scales off each distinct melee weapon. So yeah, that's fine. We're still touching all melee that we can. You're still touching 3 things. It'd be nice if you could touch more, but that's fine. We lose the rejuvenation, we lose shielded. I think we keep these 2 on reserve in case we get... Oh, we could even buy that now. We have no armor to put it in though. We take the attack speed out, we put that in the poison, we buy this, we put it in you for the time being. But ideally... Oh, the Obsidian Dragon gains 2 damage and this gains the critical hit chance. This isn't ramping damage, Obsidian Dragon is. Okay, so that's why we want these 2 gems in him. This wants to probably go in armor, seeing as we're inflicting 2 poison every time we use a stamina. Alright, we're going to send it like this, but this ideally wants to go in armor. Are you armor? Or are you a weapon? It's just pet, okay. He's hitting for 10, that's fine. We're scaling on our poison, easy peasies. How are we doing for damage on this fight? Yeah, Obsidian Dragon was doing the most, then poison, then Belladonna Shade. Spectral Dagger's crap. I really thought that that dagger would do a lot more. I guess they had no armor, so it doesn't really need to ignore the armor. It's just hitting for +6 damage, I guess. That's fair. Oh, that's a pain. So we've gained an Ice Dragon. I don't know where we're going to put you. We've also gained Shelly. Immediately we want to put Shelly in. I would like to get Shelly somewhere where the pets are having an effect on it. We could move you across one. Oh no, because you want to hit 2 pets, don't you? I was thinking of spinning this round, but I don't even think this is like really beneficial. You could probably actually go like that, to be honest. You can go like that, and then Shelly can go here at the bottom. Bo can move up, because this is giving us luck, and we want luck because we have the blue sage collar. You can then go across, so the heat generation is still there, and then the broccoli's still touching. For now, I guess. Don't care about this attack speed. What do you do again in a weapon? 50% chance to gain Vampirism. I mean, we do have a lot of melee weapons, but it's only going to trickle Vampirism. I would rather the 12% chance to duplicate buffs. We still don't have a shield. Do we sell the dragon? I kind of want to put you in the game. No, we're going to sell that. Thought about it, we're going to sell it. We don't need all these gems that we've got. I think that's fine in there. We want that in the bag somewhere, but we have no bag space. So I think we're going to roll once. There's some backspace. We'll hold on to it for a second. You... well, you can probably go here. And then the triple can go there. I don't think that specifically needs to do more damage. It could even do that as well. So it's taking 2. No, it can't do that because we forgot to put the torch back in. That would make more sense, right? Yeah, I guess. 2 and 2, but we can make it hit 3 if we do that. That's better. Hitting 3, hitting 2. Shelly's just Shelly. You can then go back up there. Duplicating Bust can also go back up there. Shielded, we may as well put it in. It's not doing anything though. It's fine. You can go there. Shielded can go there, so at least it's gaining some armor for us. Rejuvenation goes in. I don't think we care about these 2 gemstones. No, we don't. We could get the shell and put it here. That's going to give us a minor health bonus. Or better yet, like that, like that, like that, and like that. So now it's healing from both Shelly and the Hyper Hedgehog. I would kind of like Shelly to be under here with the gloves, but I guess this is proccing twice as often, if not 3 times as often as Shelly with the gloves. Which is then going to make this 6% faster because it's gaining us heat. So I think that's okay. Thank God you don't have to touch anything. We've still got the shield locked in. We've still got shielded. We have no armor. We have no shield. This was a complete waste. We did random that. And we also random stone. Let's send it. There we go. Heavy vampiric build with lots of upfront damage because they're running dual frostbite with piercing arrow. Ooh, yep. I don't think we stood a chance here. We've seen this build quite often as well, to be completely honest. With piercing arrow, with dual frostbites. We have seen this multiple times. Must be a thing. We gained a blood goob. Again, this is the second time we've either seen this or gained it. I don't think we need it. We've gained more gloves. I don't think we need them because we have nowhere to put them. I mean, we could technically put them down here somewhere. I guess. We could move this up 2. Or 1 actually. Do that. I like that in that corner for some reason. And then we can Gloves of Haste Shelly into this weapon, I guess. You're hitting 2 now, not 3. You're hitting both of these. We also have a fanny pack. We could... No, I don't see where we get the fanny pack in there. We could put the triple here. Oh, actually the triple can go there. Fanny pack can go here. 4 slot there, singular here. Shelly now goes in the middle. That doesn't make any sense. We've messed that up somehow. 4 slot goes there, single here, 3 slot. Like that. So Shelly can go there, Gloves of Haste on these 2 items. You can now go here, and then you can live there. So you're hitting 3, you're hitting 2. You're only hitting 1 of the 2 light items now, however. Don't know if we could have done that better. Oh, we've now lost the torch again. Torch can go there instead, I guess. Don't need the common sword. Don't really need the fire, but I guess we'll hold on to it for Turbo Shelly if we can. Then we don't need these 3 chip gemstones. We can now buy the shield if we really want to. I just don't know where we're going to put it. It would mean it's got a 30% chance to block on 30%. It means we prevent 14 damage and remove 0.7 stamina from the opponent. Kind of feel like this is important. If we look around, we need 6 bag slots. We could move... We could put it here. We would lose a little bit of value though. Items give shield. I guess stone needs to touch it. Not the stones themselves, but this would need to touch it. If we wanted this to gain a little bit more armor. I think we just want this for the fact that it blocks more than anything else. But I guess 12 gold for a blocker is kind of a lot of money, right? We could turn into a sun shield. We don't really need to. We would have to lose, I think, too many things to do this. Knife goes there. No, that's better because you're hitting 2. I don't think we get the shield, you know. I really don't think we do. I think we unreserve it and we just send it with 12 gold. Yeah, alright, let's see how we get on. Oh, it's this build, so we're probably lost. We don't have the heat. We don't have the debuff removal. We're just smashed. Especially when we're also inflicting just as much poison on ourselves, if not more. Although, we do seem to have won that. Interesting. What are they missing? Sir Sand. They're missing Sir Sand. If they had Sir Sand, they would have won. We'll survival it. We've got to make sure we don't lose a bunch of games now. Potion Belt, we may as well take and dump it down there. We don't need this. Although we could... No, we're not going to pivot. We're fine as we are. We don't need that. We don't need more stones. Although we could make a stone golem if we got one more stone with a heart container. We'd also need twine. I do like heart containers, I'm not going to lie. This is probably a purchase. It does now mean that... No, it doesn't, because Shelly doesn't need to touch a light thing. I think that's the play. I think we hold on to the bag of stones. We sell the snowball for another bag, or for another stone, sorry. 14 armor and cleanse 1 frost. Increases armor gain by 1 every time it procs. Triggers 15% faster for each pet. I don't think we care about this dude, although every 4 seconds we do gain 14 armor, and once we have armor, or whilst we have armor, we do take minus 20% damage, so this could actually be the play. Can we make us hit more things? Probably not. I think that's fine. We can do that as well, so you get more max health. Didn't even see that. Reduce opponent's healing by 30%, or every 1.6 seconds we cleanse a debuff. That probably wants to be in the bag forever. I think we now sell the snail. We sell the yellow. We've now gained a bunch more pink gems, so we do something like that. Although better yet, we'd do this instead, so we start to combine things. We don't need that other one, so we can sell that. I don't think... No, we do want the fire. I think we want this, so we start with 6 flame. This would also make a lot of sense to my head. So I think we're going to buy that for 3, and we're going to roll once a bag space. We've got bag space on sale. I think we sell you. We buy the fanny pack. I don't really care where the fanny pack's living. For now, we'll do this, so both of these debuff cleanses are triggering faster. We can put you in the bag somewhere, you can just live there. You're now starting the game off with 6 heat, which means you immediately gain +2 damage. We may as well put the fire in as well. Eventually that will go to Shelly and make Turbo Shelly. We'll keep hold of the rock in case we can make Stone Golem. We'll keep hold of the bag of stones so it gains +10 damage. And I guess we keep shielded. I mean, we may as well just sell this at this point. Yeah, we're selling that. I don't care. Let's send it. 7 gold in the bank for next round. Have some coffee during this fight. Let's hope we don't lose. Ooh, interesting. Haven't even had coffee yet. I just immediately realised that at the start of that fight, they started on 22 heat, and they gained +2 damage per heat. So they basically started just completely ramped already, critting 50, critting 30 something. Not to mention 2 of these means they always crit, right? Because, well, not always crit, but they're going to make each other crit. And then by the looks of things, they did crit every single hit. Hilarious. Okay, we've got 1 life less. We're probably going to lose a rating on this game. You can go in there. You can go in there. And we can do that, I guess. More bag space. We don't really have anywhere to put you, so we're just going to sell you for 4. We're going to sell Pandemonium. We're going to put the singular bag slot there. I don't think we need the snowball. We're selling it. Every 2.4 seconds we inflict blind. That might help us. It might also not help us. And now we've got a bunch of random things. I guess we just put you in there. We sell that. We sell that. We sell that. And I think with the 15 gold we have left, we try and roll into something actually beneficial. I don't really know if we need anything at this point. Do you turn into... Oh, you turn into a big boy potion, don't you? Yeah. We don't need that. Cleansing debuffs might be nice. Another fire's probably... Oh, we have another fire. You're going to go there to make Turbo Shelly if we survive for the final round, which means we're not inflicting blind every 2.4 seconds, sorry. I mean, this is probably where, with the Mercury Elemental, we should have probably got loads of axes, right? And just committed. Committed hard. We need to roll for a stone. We have a 20% chance. Even if we bought this, I've nowhere to put it. Cheese would be nice. I think we go cheese instead of broccoli. We sell the broccoli. We roll again. A carrot would be insane for the debuff cleanse. Is this where we just don't go Turbo Shelly? I think this is where we just don't go Turbo Shelly. Yeah. Put the bow here instead. We sell the fire. We grab a carrot. I want this in the bag, desperately. So we're going to do that. And that. We're going to have to put you in here. Sell the cheaper one. Put that there. We would like to inflict blind as well on people. So we'd put that in there instead. The debuff cleanse can turn into debuff stripping, which probably wants to go there instead. And we sell the coal. We put you here. We can roll once more for a stone. We didn't get a stone, so we sell that. We sell the stone. We send it. Okay. Super heavy build when they are in Berserker Rage. We'll see how we get on. We do have an absurd amount of quick damage here, but they are now in Berserker Rage, so they are going to take less damage. We need to ramp quicker. We are hitting a crazy amount of poison. Happy days. So we now shouldn't lose rating. 2 hero swords. Amazing. We don't need either of these. We don't need the bag space. What do you do? Game for 3 random buffs and potions do stuff. We don't need that. We don't need the fire. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Okay. We need something real tasty. We don't need this in the correct bag anymore. So what could we do here? I'm thinking the oil lamp might be really beneficial. And we put this on the obsidian dude right here. We could get rid of the flame. Oh, that kind of wants to be in the book. Because that starts us with 2, and then we can put the book down here. We may as well buy a fanny pack and put that in somewhere. We'll try to fanny pack here and here. But we need another fanny pack to do that, so we're probably going to roll for another fanny pack. A Jinx could be really good, but again, I don't really see where we put it. We miss too much if we put it in. A 6 costing shield. We've already sold the shielded now, so we don't need that either. A singular could also play out nicely, so we're going to roll twice for another fanny pack. We sell that, we get the fanny pack in. We put you there and you there. You now go back here. Stones go back here. You go here. Sell that. Alright. Send it. Final game. Let's have some coffee. The singular trumpet won them the game. Yeah, that won them the game. Because we ran into stamina issues immediately. Stamina. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for that trumpet, we would have won that. But the trumpet pretty much ruined us for stamina right off the bat, right? Oh, also the moon shield probably screwed us as well. Why doesn't it tell us what the trumpet did? Oh yeah, remove 1 stamina from fanfare. If that wasn't the case, I do think we probably wouldn't have run into as big a stamina issue. Oh yeah, we probably should have gone for a Death Lotus as well if we could have. Or maybe not actually. I guess the original first hit... Oh, sorry, the first thing this did is remove 1 stamina, which wasn't the worst thing in the world, but we are hitting the moon shield, and that basically screwed us. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I think we gained rank. Oh no, we lost 1. That's annoying. We seem to win a game or 2 and then lose a few, or we lose a few, then we win 1 or 2, and then we lose them again. But yeah, that is going to wrap us up for today's stream.